It's going to be great. We're going to have a great evening of competition. We've got, I believe, 24 classes, don't we?
We've got a big horse over there. Ground's full. We've got more horses here than I've seen in a long time. And the kids back here, oh, they're so cute. I've been back here walking around, and they're ready for the lead line class.
Oh, are they doing a costume? They're not doing a costume class tonight, are they?
They're doing a lead line. So we've got some of the cutest kids, so hang on.
Hey, that's right. Stay with us. We're going to be bringing you all kinds of terrific coverage from right here in the center arena. And, of course, tonight is our first night of coverage, but the fair has actually been going on since Thursday. So this is the third night, and we're just would love for you to come down and join us and take part.
Flag horse to the gate.
All right. We're ready to go. Let's bring a flag horse in.
Oh, they're going to bring the flag horse in. Okay, well, we'll check on that, and we're hoping you can hear us. That's all, right? Can you hear me? Of course, they've got a great midway this year. They've got all kinds of terrific food booths.
How about the cotton candy?
Cotton candy? I haven't been to the cotton candy yet.
Candied apples.
Haven't tried candied apples yet either.
How about fried pies over here?
Now, fried pies? Have you had fried pies? I haven't had that.
I had fried pies.
Nope.
Did you make arrangements for people to bring us food?
You know, I didn't do that. Normally, I thought you did that. I thought you got all the food arranged. Okay. Looks like now, do you know who's riding the flag horse? Who's carrying that tonight? We do have 24 classes. Our show chairman is Gary Maynard, and Dean Wilmuth is the show secretary. And our first class will be the lead line, which is for 6 years and under. There's no entry fee, and everyone will get a ribbon. So we're going to turn over now for our flag horse.
This is Mr. ridden by Lori Puckett of Allgood, the daughter of Kenny and Gertha Puckett of Allgood. Susa Mr. and Lori Puckett presenting the colors for this, the 72nd annual Putnam County Fair Horse Show. Certainly a privilege and honor in this country of ours that we live in to express a freedom of speech. We're going to do so at this time with the singing of our national anthem, be done by Emily Francis, daughter of Doug and Debbie Francis, and our invocation by Wayne Neighbors.
Let's pray together. Father, we thank you for your blessings, and we thank you for being so good to us. We thank you, Lord, that we live in the United States of America, Putnam County, where we enjoy freedom tonight to come together and enjoy your creation. Now, Father, we pray good sportsmanship, safety for the riders, and we thank you, Lord, that everything done in this arena tonight will be done to glorify you. In Christ's name we pray, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Emily Francis. And a big round of applause for flag horse coach of Mr. and Laurie Puckett presenting the colors for this, the 72nd annual.
Well, that was tremendous. What a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, she's wonderful, and that's a great display of our American flag by Lori Puckett.
That's
Of
right.
All Good. I'm Misty.
And we have with us Debbie Norris. I'm Becky Robertson McGraw, and we're going to have a great evening. Debbie, this is our first evening of coverage.
It's a wonderful night at the Putnam County Fair. If you're not here, you need to come on down.
That's right.
Just perfect weather.
And there's plenty of time to do that since we have like 24 classes. You won't miss anything if you leave right now, actually. So just come on down.
Now, first class coming in, Vicky, is my favorite. I know it is yours. And I cheated. I went behind the stand, and I saw some of the prettiest kids.
Really?
Oh, they look so pretty.
Now, the children are 6 years and
6
younger?
years and under, and
Okay.
they're led by a parent or a friend on a horse. And if you'll notice as they come in, a lot of them are dressed alike, the person leading them and the child riding. And they look so nice.
Oh,
And these little children are so scared and nervous.
Are they?
So
Well, they're young. I mean,
Yeah.
I bet they are. Oh, here we go. We're getting ready to start as they enter the ring right now. There's Melanie Beckwith with a little one. Rider number 199. We're going to try and get some names and numbers here. Not only will you see really adorable children, but you're going to see really beautiful horses like the one you're seeing right now. And immediately behind it, oh, what gorgeous kids. There you go. That's great. So far we have about 5 different entries in this competition. Oh, look how cute. They're so cute. Oh, that's acting up just a little bit. And the young fella's got to hold on tight. That little guy was holding on. He wasn't going anywhere.
All right, we've got big class, Becky. And there's Penny and Jeff Jackson's little girl, Haley Jackson, we just saw.
Now, this little girl's weighing. We'll just let you know who all we have in the class. We probably won't be able to call them by name and number right as you see them.
And we have number 65 is Shelby with Philip Gentry up.
67 is Screwdriver with Jack Gentry.
And 78 is Big Red with Travis Walker.
Number 90 is Godfather's Equalizer with Kobe Johnson up.
91 is Jasmine with Abigail Mountain.
Number 95 is Bear Your Sins Peppy with Chance Price.
And Come Mayberry is on Classy Little Babe, number 35.
Number 98 is Two Jack Conclusion with Jake Haney up.
And 223 is Hard Feelings with Haley Jackson up.
Number 550 is Black Beauty with Peyton Rain.
Travis Walker needs taken off the track.
Okay, we just announced Big Red with Travis Walker up, but he is not in the competition.
And we have 11th Hour Storm with Mega Hicks up.
Amber Fowler, Jake. Jake is the name of the horse, isn't it? Amber Fowler's on that. That's number 217.
And 220 is Rebel with Jamie Demps up.
Furious Caroline is 224 with Ellie Freeman.
And 235 is Copy Summer and Smoke with Joseph Pack-up.
Now, I believe the little girls you're seeing right now are Madeline and Gino Wardlaw, I bet. And it's Threatening Mark is the name of the horse.
And that's R.V. Young leading her around. R.V.'s a horse trainer. We'll be seeing a lot of him tonight.
Oh, great. Now, this is the Open of the World competition, so we have folks in this competition from throughout the area.
Because we're from Sparta, and I think the one we're looking at now,
number 95, is that 95? Or no, that's, I'm not sure what number that is.
98.
I guess it's time for me to get glasses.
91 is Abigail Mountain with Jasmine.
They're making their way back around here. Now, that's a cute little girl.
Now, and that's Haley Jackson. And her grandmother, I hope, is watching tonight. She's in the hospital.
Oh.
And that's why we're here.
Well,
So
that's right.
That's right.
That's right. We have lots of folks I know watching from the hospital. My Aunt Ruth, in fact, is watching from the hospital. And we hope she's doing well. And, we have other folks.
But that's why we're here. So
That's
those people
right.
that are in the hospital and nursing home
That's right.
can watch and enjoy. Now, little Haley Jackson that we saw here, she's right in front of us. Her father or grandfather will be seeing a lot more of him tonight as Rellin Putt.
Oh.
And Geraldine Phillips.
Right.
Penny, I don't think she's going to show tonight, but we've seen her show here a lot in the past and win. So that's a true
Oh,
horse
absolutely.
family.
Absolutely. Well, I know
Supporters of the Putnam County Fair.
you said that you saw a lot of folks in the back getting ready, right? So that we should have a pretty good competition.
And it's a whole family affair. Just like the Phillips family, they were all back there. They've been working all day. They said they'd been on the horse for 30 minutes.
Oh, man.
So, but they work all day getting the horses ready and the kids ready.
Right.
And they look so pretty.
I know the Turnage family's back there. Brenda said she's going to be in the next to the last class, I guess.
That's such a long wait.
That's a long wait, isn't it? To just have to go through about 20-something other classes.
And I talked to the MC a few minutes ago, and he told me, or the ringmaster, and he said what they're going to do in this class is they're going to let all the kids pick something from a bag. Or no, they got a bag. They all got a bag.
Oh.
And then they look in the bag, and whoever got, one of them got a $5 prize.
Oh, how cool.
And then all the rest of them got $1. So that way the judge doesn't have to make a decision. And he couldn't. How could
No, there's no way. There is no way. Now, this particular class, I guess, is sponsored by Jackson Bank and Trust and Mark Randolph Package Express.
Jackson Bank and Trust has got a new bank building.
Right.
Little corner I helped them develop.
Did you really?
Yes.
Is it already open and ready
They're
to go?
supposed to open the first Labor Day weekend, I think.
Oh,
That
cool.
was the goal. I hope it still is.
That little fella's waiting. He's got money in his hand, I think.
They're behind the new McDonald's.
Okay.
And I put that there.
Well, you've just been busy, girl.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
understand that
That's
each
good.
bag there is envelope, or you've been given an envelope, right? And then in a few minutes, we'll instruct you what to do with those envelopes.
Oh, this little girl. It's
The
got
main thing
purple
is
bows
that
and a horse's hair to
Mama,
match
Daddy,
her
or
dress.
Grandma,
I believe that's
Grandpa.
Melanie Beckwith that was leading that one, and I'm not sure this one.
But see how much fun they're having.
Oh, it is. And you have all variety of horses in this, because this is a quarter horse here,
This is
right?
quarter horse. And we've got walking horses. We've got spotted walking horses. We've got a good variety. We've got pleasure horses in
That's
here.
great. Now, coming up next, we're going to have a 2-year-old walking horse category.
Little Haley
And that's
Jackson's
open.
waving at us.
And,
everybody else.
Everyone else. And we do want to encourage you to take part in the Putnam County Fair. It'll be going on all this week. Our coverage will actually, of course, we'll be providing you the horse show tonight, but Monday night we'll be bringing the pageants Thursday night, Debbie and I will be back here, and Brenda may be joining us some that evening. And Larry, I'm sure Larry will be here
Larry's
tonight.
Larry's going to be here
Thursday.
tonight for Class 6 and Class 9.
All right.
And so that's the Putnam County Horse Show.
Let's give them all a big round of applause. And
We're going to
show
encourage
appreciation
everybody
for
to
the
give
job
them
that they do.
a round of applause, and I think that's fitting.
We appreciate the job they do. Now it's this time.
We're going to turn it over to our
Open your envelope.
on-stage announcer.
Open your envelope. And in some of the 4 of the envelopes, I'm told correctly, 4 of the envelopes has a $5 bill in it. When you do, if you got a $5 bill in your envelope, hold up your hand. Just stay where you're at, but hold up your hand. Everybody else will got a $1 bill, and then when you exit, you will receive your trophy as you exit the ring.
And he's got his $5 bill.
Right. I bet he'll go straight.
Down on this end, James, one more.
Probably.
I bet.
It's so nice to have him.
That's a great. They give a bag as well as money.
We need those bags.
We need one of those
We need
bags.
bags.
There you go.
Well, then we can start getting
Got
back.
2 more on this end, James.
And they're also going to get a little trophy, I guess, as they leave. They said they had a little trophy for each participant. And to enter this class, there is no entry fee, or maybe they get ribbon. I'm not sure. But anyway, you have to be serious.
Okay. All right. We had 16 entries in the class. One of them was scratched, and they all dropped envelopes as they went around, and the $5 bill was one of the other ones. So the ones that got a $5 bill, as your name is called in no particular order, as your name is called, if you lead to the exit gate, you receive your trophies as you leave. Let's give them all a big round of applause, your lead line class. 220 Rebel Jamie Demps. You'll come to as you exit here.
And Jamie Demps is one of our $5 winners.
Our fastest lap for 1997, Jennifer Poyer will be presenting awards. Let's give her a big round of applause for coming out and having tonight's show. Yeah, everybody gets a trophy at least. Number 91, Jasmine. Elijah Mountain.
Elijah Mountain
35,
with Jasmine.
Coffee, Summer and Smoke. Joseph Pack family in Smithville.
And Joseph Pack with Coffee,
Now,
Summer,
all
and
other
Smoke.
entries, if you'll turn to your right, please, and as you exit, we'll be calling out names in no particular order as they were entered on the sheet. Number 65, Shelby, Philip Gentry. Number 67, Screwdriver, Jake Gentry. Number 90, Godfather's Equalizer, Toby Johnson of Jamestown. Number 95, Bone Up Your Skin, Chick Price riding.
And that's Haley again.
Last little bait, Caleb May riding. Number 98, Two Jack Conclusion, Jacob Haney riding. Number 223, Hard Feelings, Haley Jackson. 550, Black Beauty, Peyton Raines. 199, Elizabeth 11, Storm, Megan Higgs. And 217, Jake Amber Fowler. 224, Furious Caroline, Alex Freeman. Number 50, A Threatening Mark, Madeline and Jana Warlord. Let's give them all a big round of applause as they leave, ladies and gentlemen, our young riders. This class sponsored by Jackson Bank and Trust for the donation to the Cloth Bank and Mark Ralph Package. Package Express, Mark Randolph and Son, Package Express, for donating the money for
that pretty well winds up our class, our first class tonight, our lead line class, and everybody goes home a winner in this class. Everybody goes home with a trophy.
That's it. That's so exciting too for these young riders,
Oh,
because obviously if they're 6 and under, they're not going to be riding probably by themselves.
No, and I don't know if you noticed a couple of them. I know Haley Jackson, they came in and her aunt Robbie was leading, but then her uncle walked along beside and held on to her. They're so little.
Oh,
they
right.
can't even sit there, so there's one to lead and another one
to
holds
follow
on to them.
along.
And there were 2 or 3 of them that in there.
Now, is this the class that Chandler fell off of that,
This
that
is
one
the
year?
same class. Chandler was in there, and Keith was walking along beside him.
Right.
So hold on. They lined up, so
Right
Keith
now,
let go, and Chandler took a nosedive. Luckily, Keith caught him in stairs.
He was okay. Now, this second class
Now,
is
this is our 2-year-old walking horse class, and this is a real good class. The horses will flat-foot walk and running walk, but they're not required canter in this class.
now, what does it mean when it says open?
Open, any horse, it can be a stud, a gelding, or a mare to come in this class.
Okay. But they have to be 2 years old.
They have to be years old and under.
Now, that's considered a fairly young horse,
That's
right?
That's a colt.
That's a colt?
Colt, yeah.
And so they haven't shown probably a great deal?
No. This colt's been showing, these colts will have been shown this summer only, probably very few times. And it's not, 2-year-olds are not something that I would enjoy showing.
A little high-spirited, maybe?
Yeah, I would think so.
Now, there you see the giant wheel and the midway.
Have
you done it yet? No, I haven't made my way down to the midway yet, but I will. I'll get there.
I had to walk Chandler and Haley and Jessica Jones through the midway
Oh, my.
Wednesday night.
Oh, before it
It
started.
wasn't even open. They had to go, right?
Oh, they had to see it.
Yeah.
That's right. There you see the WCTE truck right next to the stage. We have a great crew here tonight bringing you the coverage, so we hope that you'll stay tuned. If you can come down.
Wave. Stick their head
Oh,
out
did
the
they
door.
stick their head out the door?
Wave,
Wave,
yeah.
good.
Their hand, yeah.
If you can come down to the fair, you should do so.
You know, the crew down here all day Wednesday. I was down here. They were down here all day working.
Right.
Doing everything to get this red, and they did a great job. And then here's our 2-year-old class.
And they've been here actually most of the day, too. They've been taping some roll-ins all around. And Larry McDonald, he'll be back. He will be back. The whole fair board doing a terrific job with this year's agricultural fair.
And Wayne Neighbors on the organ.
Oh, we love Wayne.
We
Listen,
love to
Wayne.
listen to Wayne.
He always does such a great job on the organ. We'll probably get a chance to talk with him in just a little bit. Go ahead and tell us who all we have in this class, Debbie.
All right, we've got Marshall Finch up on free act.
1 minute call, 1 minute
Marshall
call.
Finch, of course, is owned by Morton Lowe here of Oakville. Number 77 is Almighty Threat with Bill Jenkins up. Bill Bilbrey's showing. Hoyt and Janie from Nashville are the owners. We're waiting for one more horse, and he's in, and we're ready. All right. That was Rooster Bean that just came in the show ring on Delight's Mr. Generator, owned by Squallows and Beans. And 638 is Spirit Legend with Ronnie Cleary up from Tompkinsville, Kentucky. And number 13 is Golden Merger with Scott Beatty by Clifford Ramsey of Livingston.
Now, will most of these horses be ridden by their trainer?
These horses are all ridden by the trainer. The only one that's ridden by an owner is the Rooster Bean horse. He's owned by Squallows and Beans. And the judges, that's Marshall Finch we're looking at. The horse before this was in the grave, the light gray jacket.
And that you just saw
Asked for him to
was
go. I had a running walk. And you can see how young horses are being because they're thinner. You can just look at them and tell they're young.
they're beautiful, though.
Oh, this is some of the best. This is is a really good show we've got here tonight. Stay tuned, watch it.
That's right.
We've got some great horses coming in. Judges asked for them to slow down and go at a flat foot walk, and to reverse and continue at a flat foot walk. And that's Bill Jenkins up on Almighty Crest. Bill Bilbrey is the horse trainer, and what Jane Inc., who are some good friends of mine from Nashville, are they own a lot of world championships.
Oh, do it really?
And they raise colts. That's what they do. They raise colts and sell them. They have a little farm right behind Opera Land.
That's a pretty horse. That's
Scott Beatty.
right.
On Golden Mercer, owned by Clifford Ramsey out of Livingston. And that horse is what we call the generator color, with the sorrow with the light mane and tail, or black mane and tail. And this 707 we're watching right now is Ronnie Cleary up from Tompkinsville, Kentucky. And the judges just asked
Now,
for
707 is Ruby.
I'm sorry.
Ronnie Cleary, it has the... That's not him.
Right now that's Marshall 10.
Right.
And they're going at a running walk. They're going to go a little bit faster than they did in the first running walk because this is their last way of the round. But see how his horse is reaching. He's
Right.
broke just a little bit. The judge didn't see him.
His head's really high, though.
Oh, he's got great form. He's just making a great shot.
Now, this is Ronnie Cleary in the front with the speckled
But
jacket.
see how his horse is, Ronnie's horse is reaching.
Right. Really far.
All right, now the judges asked for him to come in and line up, and he'll take a closer look at him this time. He's going to judge them for confirmation when they come in.
Now, when you say judge for confirmation, what do you mean by that?
He's going to come by and look at each horse, and he's going to see if they have bills that's descriptive of the walking horse breed.
That counts into it. It's not just the way that they rode. It's actually
20% of the judging is supposed to count come from the confirmation of the horse. And so they're supposed to line up and park, and the horse is supposed to be well-mannered. The judge takes a real quick look at them. This was our ringmaster that we saw walking around them, and what he's doing is he's taking a quick look at their feet to make sure that they haven't used any action devices that they shouldn't have used. Of course, every horse that's tonight has already gone through a check station and been checked so that to make sure that they haven't used some sort of action device.
Right.
To make them perform.
A little high. When you say an action device, would that make them reach out farther?
It could make them reach out further or a little bit higher. So, and this is a big thing with the walking horses right now. It's slowed down a lot of the interest from trainers, a lot of the riders. They've not known what to do. Everybody's been a little unsure of what they can do and can't do.
Okay.
And so we're supposed to get a little more definitive about this.
Is it like, so there hasn't been like a uniform
Well, there is, but they're trying to make it even a little more strict now.
I see.
And so they're going to come out with some new ruling on the walking horse, that will affect all the horse industry, not just the walking horse, in January. But
now,
this was a great class.
No, they're beautiful. What would a horse, just a ballpark range of the kind of horse that you're seeing here, what would a horse like that cost?
Some of these horses could cost, I know, in the, 15, 20,000.
Good night.
It just depends on its bloodline.
Right.
Depends on how well he's doing, how well, what he's been winning.
Now, why would you invest that kind of money into a horse?
You would invest that kind of money into a horse if you felt he had the potential of coming on and being a world champion.
Will you get your money's worth if they become a world champion? I mean, do you?
In dollars and cents,
right.
Probably never. If you had the world grand champion, yes,
right.
You would, because you would make money off the stud fee.
Right.
But otherwise, the dollars and cents would be, the benefit would be in the fund.
It's a labor of love. We're going to turn it over now to our ring announcer.
Presenting the awards in this class. Class number 2, your 2-year-old walking class. Going to have to win class right to your left. And exit, please. In the first place, the Buddha class goes to entry number 638, Spirit Legend. Ronnie Cleary, riding down to Tompkinsville, Kentucky, number 638, Spirit Legend. Ronnie Cleary making the blue ribbon ride. Second reserve, you ride the same direction, please. Reserving class goes to 77, all 93. Bill Jenkins riding the horse, Jane Eats, Nashville, 77, all 93, and Bill Jenkins are reserved. Third award goes to entry number 13, Golden Merger. Scott Beatty riding for Clifford Ramsey, Lewiston, number 13, Golden Merger, and Scott Beatty are third. Fourth award goes to entry number 707, Delights Mr. Generator. Mr. Bean riding Swallows and Beans, number 707, Delights Mr. Generator are fourth. And your fifth award goes to entry number 30, Free Act. Marshall King's riding for Morrison Low Cookville, number 30, Free Act, and Marshall King are fifth.
And that was a wonderful class, Becky. Our first place winner was Ronnie Clary. Up, we're going to take a better look at it. Take this right to the floor.
And our on-stage announcer is Gary Maynard. Here you see. Well, he just finished up there right as he pulls in front of the stage. That is our blue ribbon winner, going to Ronnie Clary of Tompkinsville on Spirit's Legend.
Now the counter class number 3, your line shot pleasure specialty class. Line shot pleasure specialty class. Looking for acres in the class. Open the gate. Bring them on, come on, please. Line shot specialty. Bring them on, please.
We do want to let you know that coming up in the third class is the light shod pleasure specialty, and we should have several entries in that. Now, Debbie, you know, do you carry insurance on your horses? I mean, is that something that most people do?
Some people do. And I went to Jane Eats, the people that had the second place winner in the last class. They've had, again, I mentioned a while ago, they've owned several world champions, and they continue to own them, to breed them, and then they breed their own mares to sell the colts. And so they're breeding studs that are worth so much money. These world champions. They do have insured, because when those horses die, they suffer a tremendous financial loss. It's like that income is gone.
Right. And anything could happen. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, we've got a pretty good-sized class in this one. This is the light shot pleasure specialty. Why would we have more in a class like this?
Well, this is a horse that you can keep at home. Some people have these horses to train, but this is a horse that generally, and most of these people here, keep at home, and they can take them out, and they can ride them around the farm, or can take them out and ride them around on trail rides.
Right.
And just do lots and lots of fun things with them. Then clean them up, bring them to the farm.
A very versatile horse, then.
And that's what the Tizzy Walking horse is. It's getting to be known as, and we have versatility classes.
I'll let you know who a few of the folks are, and then Debbie will follow up. Number 71 is Beauty of Pride with Danny Harkins up from Baxter. Number 70 is Echo Society Sam with Amy Austin up. Peter Hub Sr. is the trainer, and the owner is Manny and Caroline Mendelson of Pipersville, Pennsylvania, and Shelbyville, Tennessee. Number 275 is Bill's Gold Seal. Tom Willis is up. He is the trainer and owner. Tom and Martha Willis of Cookville. And number 300 is Shaker's Black Romeo. Tommy Bandy up, with Zach Randolph being the trainer and Mark Randolph the owner.
And number 165 is Living Genius with Noble Stout up. And number 40 is Blaze of Elegance with Sandy Kennedy from Cookville. 25 is Sparkling Generator with Jesse Givens up from Westville, Tennessee. And 316 is 11th Hour Storm with Melanie Beckwith up. Now we just saw 11th Hour Storm in lead line class.
That's right. That's right. And Melanie Beckwith has on the nice green, kind of a Kelly green jacket. There she is. That's the last horse that we just talked about, 11th Hour Storm. We also saw just a moment ago Tom Willis. Melanie always doing a nice job riding. Tom right beside her.
She's so consistent.
She is.
And that's one of the things that the judges look for. And I think that was, no.
We don't know. We have several young riders here.
has Leo Brown up.
No, that's
it's
Tom
not.
Willis.
It's Tom Willis. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Well, you're expecting to see Leo out here tonight, and hopefully he may be out here later on.
But Tom always has great horses, and we see Tom win for a lot of these classes.
He always so polished too.
My buddy Tom Bandy on Shaker's Black
Romeo. That may be Amy Austin. I'm not sure. In the white jacket. And you know, you see a lot of different styles of dress in this particular competition too, because I've seen some of the long coats, but then you see plantation hat, or you see the derby hat, or I guess they all have the long coats, but
everybody has on the English coat, which is the long coat, supposed to come down to the knee, and their pants has to cover their boots. They have tie-downs to keep them over the boots, and in fact, at some shows, if you go in the show ring and you don't have the tie-down, they'll excuse you.
Oh, really?
They can't. Because this is a formal class, and you're to be in
formal attire. So then you have your choice of hat, right?
Yes, and of course the ladies can come in without a hat, or with, and that's debatable by some people whether they should even wear them. But
Really?
I like the hat, and the ladies wear a little derby and gloves.
Dr. Mandip, your booth will
A lot of
close
times
at
you'll
8
see
o'clock.
the riders with a boutonniere.
Oh,
a
okay.
little- But always the ladies with a little bow tie, and the men. And then Tom has on the true plantation style hat.
Right, I like that.
Yeah.
He looks very,
And see,
very
these
nice.
horses, as the judge approaches them, he'll tell them they have to back and see how Tommy's backing up the horse. And they have to take 3 steps back.
Now, is Melanie, even the little piece that goes across the front of the horse's head, what's that called?
The headband.
Right, it matches her jacket.
Yeah, brow band matches the rider's coat. And some trainers will put ribs in the horse's hair, maybe 2 in the mane, to match.
Now, do you know our judge?
Our judge is Benedict from Shelbyville, Tennessee.
Oh. So the judge at the celebration?
I know he's not judging his celebration this year.
Okay. Well, we're glad he's here. And this was an excellent class. You just saw the light shod pleasure specialty class. We have 8 entries. Coming up next will be the 2-year-old amateur walking. And at this point, we only have 3 entries in that particular competition. But that's only class 4. And we actually have 24 classes tonight. So you stay with us and be here throughout the evening, bringing you the very best from the Putnam County Fair. Some of our folks got down here earlier today and visited some of the booths. We hope to be able to show you that in just a little bit. Some of the food booths and the judging that took place in the women's building. I believe they even got into some of the pies, maybe. That would be fun. I would like to have done that. Those pies, I saw some really pretty pies in there. Chocolate and peach and cherry.
You just look at them.
No, I'm talking about in a women's building. You can't eat those. Those are the competitive pies.
I have to have a serious talk with Larry McDonald after this show.
Why is that?
I want to be one of the judges.
Oh, you want to judge the pie
I think
competition,
that's
huh?
what we need to do next year.
Hey, we should do that. He should let us do that.
Yeah.
Guest pie judgers.
Well, wouldn't we be lucky?
You know, they are so critical. I mean, we would give them all first place because we would love them all. But they get down to, like, you know, the consistency of the crust and the...
I know, there's another problem, too. They only put 1 piece of pie in.
That's right. We'd put the whole... Maybe they'd let us judge... We could judge the fried pies. They could at least let us judge that. I think I've become a connoisseur of fried pies.
Maybe we get the country store to bring some stuff over and let us.
Oh, you think, huh?
Exactly.
Maybe. That'd be good.
And there's Melanie. She's kind of taking a break.
She's relaxing. I bet she'll show several more times tonight. She usually does. I know, isn't that great?
Class 3, your light
And
shot
there are all kinds of folks close to the rail, which you're not supposed to do, actually. You're supposed to stay off the rail.
That's right. And we've got so many people that are here hanging over the rail. And the horses and riders are supposed to ride.
Let's give her a big round of applause.
Now, Debbie, are you still riding? Or do you have horses?
I've got horses, but I haven't ridden in quite some time.
Really? You're going to show next year, though, aren't you?
I see them every morning.
Amy Austin riding for Minnie and Carolyn Michelin, Palmersville, Pennsylvania, and Shelbyville. Number 70, Echo.
Okay, we're going to turn it over to Gary Maynard for our winners. Our first place winner was Echo Society Sam with Amy Austin up.
Second reserve, if you ride the same direction, please reserve in the class go to entry number 165, Living Genius. Noble Stout riding for the Locust Grove Farm Cookville, 165, Living Genius and Noble Stout are reserved. Third award goes to entry number 95, Sparkling Generator. Casey Evans riding for Casey and Sherry Gibbons Westall, number 95, Sparkling Generator, and Casey Evans are third. Fourth award goes to entry number 71, Beauty of Pride. Danny Harkins and the rider of Baxter, number 71, Beauty of Pride, and Danny Harkins are riding. And your fifth award goes to entry number 275, Royals Gold Seal. Tom Willis riding for Tom and Martha Willis Football, number 275, Royals Gold Seal, and Tom Willis are fifth.
And there we have our winners for this particular class. That was Class 3, the Light Shot Pleasure Specialty class. Coming up, we have the 2-year-old amateur walking, gated pleasure mule, and the open western pleasure class. So we have several really terrific classes coming up. We're going to have a ride for glory here with our first place winner, and that is
Amy Austin, Echo Society Sam from Shelbyville.
Right. I don't know if she's from Shelbyville, but I know the owners are from Pennsylvania.
I took my glasses, so I took them to get them fixed. I haven't got them back yet. So everybody bear with me.
Oh, you're doing it.
Amy Austin, trained by Peter Huff Sr. The owners are Manny and Caroline Mendelson from Pipersville, Pennsylvania, and Shelbyville, Tennessee.
That's great. Boy, she's got a beautiful horse.
Please, no sitting on the rail. No sitting or leaning over the rail.
Okay, coming up next, Class 4 is what?
Class
2-year-old amateur walking. Now, how's that different from the other 2-year-old?
Well, the other 2-year-old class have horse trainers on it, and this class has the owners on it.
Oh,
amateur riders. There's Pauletta Ball.
Hey,
Yeah.
how cool.
That was lucky.
That's right. Lots of great folks here watching the County Fair, and there's still plenty of time for you to come down.
Mama Chandler's supposed to be on their way.
Are they?
Maybe.
We
yeah.
have 20 classes left. I think they'll have plenty to watch. They'll probably be running around the midway, won't they?
But now these people that are coming in on these horses in this class, the 2-year-old amateur class, they have to have an amateur card that says that they do not make any money
Okay.
from showing or training walking horses. And then you get your amateur card renewed every year.
We're bringing you live coverage from the Putnam County Fair. We hope that you're enjoying it. If you are, we sure love to hear from you. It always helps us know if we're providing you the kind of coverage that you enjoy. This is obviously an expensive endeavor, but we are thrilled that we have been welcomed back once again by the Putnam County Fair Board to bring you this kind of coverage each and every year. So drop us a note sometime if you get the opportunity at Post Office Box 2040, Cookville, Tennessee, 38502. Debbie, we only have 3 entries in this class.
We got 3 horses, 3 riders in here. We're looking at Bill Love up on Dark Spirit Jr., number 68. And J.B. Buchanan is the trainer. Marshall Tinch is the trainer for Larry Criswell of Pusher's D. July, number 29. And Billy Barnett from Birdstown is the trainer for Dan Neely on Magic Pusher, number 213.
Now, since there are only 3 entries, it probably won't take him as long to decide,
No.
right?
In fact, he's already going ahead, putting them into a running walk now. And, I mean, they just barely went a quarter way around the ring when he asked them to go back to a flat foot walk and reverse and continue at a flat foot walk. Everything for a walking horse comes out of a flat foot gait, Becky.
Now, as a rider, is it really disappointing to go to all the work to get your horse ready and come into I guess, a class and have a lot of entries, so you don't get in here very
It
long?
really is, because, for instance, the guy who's that's going to get third, all 3 of these horses are really, really good. And so, for him to go home and say, I got third, isn't going to mean anything.
Right.
As it would, or even first, if he could go back and say, I got first or third out of 15 horses.
Right. But it would also, I would think, be disappointing to come in and you don't probably get as much time to ride either, do
No,
you?
you don't. And so you lose some of your spirit. Now, for the horse trainers, it's not that bad because
Right.
they've got probably a half a dozen more horses back here that they're getting ready to bring in other classes. But these horses are really good. This is a really good show. We've got some good competition here tonight. And one reason is because we're a week before Shelbyville, the World Championship Horse Show. So, which starts next weekend.
Okay.
And ends Labor Day weekend. So, we've got a lot of trainers that have come in with horses this year that would ordinarily be here.
And they actually moved this Open to the World Horse Show to the first Saturday night for that reason,
To
right?
accommodate the riders and the trainers. Unfortunately, sometimes our show is still on the qualifying night, but the way it falls this year, we're well clear of it.
Good.
And the judges asked for him to come and line up so he can take a better look at them for confirmation. And we're looking at Bill Love, Larry Crystal, and Don Neely. Or Dean Neely.
Dean Neely. Now, what's the difference between the judge and the ringmaster?
Well, the ringmaster is obvious to relay the judge's request back to the master of ceremonies, the announcer, so the judge can focus all of his attention on the horses and just the class.
Okay.
And then, when he wants them to change the gait, he'll tell the ringmaster, who gives a signal back to he'll tell the ringmaster who gives a signal back to the master of ceremonies. And we maybe can get him over here a while to show the audience, if you want,
okay.
what these signals are. But they have a way they hold their hand, and it lets master of ceremonies know that it's time to go flat foot walk or canter or reverse. And the riders will occasionally watch, and when they see that signal, they'll go ahead and start preparing for it.
So they'll sort of anticipate it.
But there's a rotation. You always come in the ring in a flat foot walk. Then you go to a running walk. Then you go back to a flat foot walk. Then you go to a canter, then back to a flat foot walk. Then you reverse. So you know what's next. You know each gate that's next. But everything goes back to a flat foot walk.
And then Wayne Neighbors paces his music
Yes.
according to whatever has been called,
Yes.
right?
And he watches the ringmaster, the same as the master of ceremonies does, so that when he sees that signal time, he goes ahead and starts preparing to change.
We're going to turn it over now to our announcer for the winners.
29 Pushers, Dixie Delight. Larry Criswell is the owner of Cookville, number 29. Pushers, Dixie Delight, and Larry Criswell of the Blue Ribbon. Second reserve, if you'll ride the same direction, please. Reserving the class goes to entry number 68, Dark Street Jr. Bill Love, riding for the Bill Love family, Cookville. Number 68, Dark Street Jr. Bill Love. Our reserve and third award goes to entry number 213, Magic of Pusher. Dean Neely, riding for Dean and Debbie Neely, Crossville, 213, Magic of Pusher. Dean Neely, our third. All right, let's take a look at that blue ribbon winner in your 2-year-old walking amateur class. Give him a big round of applause as he comes down the north side. It's entry number 29. Pushers, Dixie Delight, and Larry Criswell making blue ribbon right.
normally is our ringmaster.
Right.
And he normally is the one that does all these signals. So maybe after a while we can get our show chairman to show the audience what these signals are, that how the announcer knows to tell them to change these gates.
But he'll do that. He'll do that for us.
He's nodding his head like maybe.
Now, Gary Brington is our on-stage announcer.
It's Thursday night. He'll show us what the signals are.
Okay.
Oh, he'll show us
He'll show us tonight. Well, oh, and he'll also be the ringmaster Thursday night. Gary Maynard will be.
All right.
Coming up next is the Gated Pleasure Mule.
And Gary Maynard, our show chairman, is really partial to this class.
Because?
Why? Because?
It's the last 3 years in a row we've had 2 world champions in the class all 3 years. I don't know about tonight, though. I haven't looked at the entry sheet, but the last 3 years in a row we've had 2 world champions showing in the same class.
There's a world champion mule?
Yeah, down at Shelbyville they have a mule celebration down at the celebration ground. Like I think this year the weekend just after the 4th.
Well, now that's cool. That's Gary Maynard, our show chairman. So that's full of knowledge, a man of knowledge.
And we're not sure if we have world champion gated pleasure mules here tonight.
But usually we do.
We have. In fact, last year we had the world champion and reserve champion competing.
Now in this class you're going to see Carl Smith on Little Liza Jane, that's 358. Robbie Phillips on Sox, 527. And Jordan Bailey from Rickman on CB's Pro, number 249.
Now, Robbie Phillips is Raylan Phillips' daughter-in-law, and we saw her earlier tonight in the lead line class.
Oh, right.
She was leading Haley Jackson, her little niece. And Robbie's doing a real, I don't see how they can ride this. It's just really, they're doing a great job.
Now, no one would ever, that's a mule.
It's a mule that's been bred to a walking horse. Well,
This 258
never mind, I'm not going to get to
really
that.
fast. Look at that. He's slowing down now, but he was just taking off a minute ago.
But they say it's a really good ride.
You're going to rush up by some of that, huh?
Wrong.
They just don't quite look, well, they look pretty, but they just look different.
But they really settle along, and of course they don't have the rhythming head
But
motion.
they move smooth. Look at that. They move real smooth.
There's 2 of them in there now that have won a world championship. Mr. Carl Smith and I'm not the other
That's the one that's showing
Right now,
now.
show Mr. Pleasure Game, please. Right here, show Mr. Pleasure Game.
Let me get the other name.
Carl Smith, that's showing in here, number 353, has won a world championship.
Now, we've been really lucky with the weather tonight, too. It's a beautiful evening. It couldn't be better. It's cool. It's pleasant. And you should be here. So if you can, come on down.
Jordan Bailey, I think.
That's our other world champion, according to Gary Maynard, our show chairman. Now, what do you like about this class?
And so we're looking at one of our world champion.
Looks like a mule still walks like a horse.
That's true. That's pretty good. It looks like a mule, but it walks like a horse. Kind of clever. They've lined up now.
I can't even comment on these.
No, you just...
Well, it's
I just
different.
love them.
It's
I think
new.
they're cute.
Well, they are. They're
A
really...
gay pleasure mule. Short-eared. That was Gary's comment. I don't think so. Look at those
Well,
ears.
I don't even think the ears are the same size.
No, they're... No, that's a pretty one. Look at that.
Well, and they are pretty. That would, from this angle, look like just a horse.
Almost. You're right. Looks more like a horse than a mule.
Yeah.
They're gated mules.
That one looks like a mule. But it's a pretty little mule.
It's beautiful. And I love how their legs are marked like that. They kind of dark up
Yeah.
to the
Kind of
top.
like a bay.
Right.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Black
Here,
stockings.
that is, let's see,
Bill
wait a
Up.
minute. Here it is. That's Carl Smith, I believe. He's the one that was the world champion.
Yes.
Now, I don't suppose these mules actually work out on the farm, do they?
No.
They
no.
wouldn't do that.
In fact, these mules have a high price on them. I think the world champion would have to get Gary to tell us, but last year I think we checked, the world champion mules were like $20,000.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's just amazing.
All right, we have the results.
Okay, we're going to turn it over to Gary Brink now for our winners.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. First place, the blue, if you'll ride, please. Down the rail to the announcer stand to receive your award. In the first place, the blue class goes to entry number 358, Little Liza Jane. Carl Smith, the honor rider, Hillhound, 358, Little Liza Jane, and Carl Smith of the blue ribbon.
There's Amy, look.
Second reserve, you'll ride the same direction. Please reserve in the class goes to 249, CB's Crow. Jordan Bailey, the honor rider, Rickman, number 249, CB's Crow and Jordan Bailey are reserved. And third award goes to 527, Socks. Robbie Phillips, riding the owner of Cookville, number 527, Socks and Robbie Phillips. Our third. And let's give you a winner a big round of applause as he makes around all the way around. It's entry number 358, Little Liza Jane. Carl Smith, the owner and rider of Hillhound. Carl has won several world champion, rode several world champion mules. Let's give him a big round of applause as he comes down the south side. 358, Little Liza Jane and Carl Smith. Now's the call for class number 6, your Open Western Pleasure class. Open Western Pleasure. Looking for 10 entries in the class. 10 entries. At this time, we'd like to have a word from the president of the Putnam County Fair, Mr. Larry McDonald. Let's give him a big round of applause. The president and his board's done a great job with this fair. Thank you all. On behalf of the board, we want to welcome you all out tonight. We're really happy that it's not raining. We're expecting a great horse show. We're already underway with it. I'd like to remind you about a couple of events. Tomorrow's Family Day. We want to invite everyone to come out at 1 o'clock, bring picnic lunch. Fair board will be providing iced tea, lemonade, coffee, and homemade ice cream. All you can eat. Then we'll have some games in the arena. The midway will open at 3, and there'll be an armband from 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. tomorrow night for $15. Also on Tuesday night, be a big country music concert. Daryl Singletary will be here. There is no additional charge for this concert other than the $2 gate admission. So we want everybody to come out. You can bring your lawn chairs in the arena and enjoy some great country music. So I'm going to kick us back to Gary, and let's get on with the horse show. Thank you, Larry. Should be 10 entries in this class. Number 6, your Open Western Play. And this time we call on Judge Dale Landrum from Crossville, Tennessee. Give Judge Landrum a big round of applause.
Larry McDonald is the president of the Putnam County Fair Board.
Hi, Becky.
Hey, Larry. And he's also the chairman of the Upper Cumberland Broadcast Council, which is our governing body. Larry, we're glad to have you here.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. It's a great night.
We
have a night at fair. We have WCTE here, our PBS affiliate in the Upper Cumberland. We have them here, and we have no rain.
And no rain, I
and
know.
No rain, and no rain.
I just commented on that it's been it's a beautiful evening.
Hello,
I mean,
everybody.
It could not be better.
We want to encourage you to come out. The night's still young. Horse show's just getting started, and we still have some parking available on the grounds. Come on out and enjoy the fair.
Are you tired already?
Not yet.
Since the first Saturday?
The first 2 nights we've kind of battled the rain, but we did get the rodeo in. Had a great rodeo Thursday night, and then we had a tractor pull last night. It took us about an hour to get the arena fixed up after the shower, but we had a good tractor pull and great horse show tonight, and tomorrow's Family Day.
Right, and that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, we have a family picnic. We want to invite everybody to come out at 1 o'clock and bring a picnic lunch. Their board will be serving iced tea, lemonade, and homemade ice cream, all you can eat.
Oh, boy.
And we'll have some games in the arena. The midway starts up at 3, and they have an armband from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. for $15. So it ought to be a great time.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Our big country western, I got to have one more plug. Our country and western concert on Tuesday night. Daryl Singletary will be here. There is no additional charge for this concert.
Oh,
you can bring a lawn chair, sit in the arena, and enjoy this this concert for $2. The $2 gate admission is all it takes to see Daryl Singletary. If you go anywhere else in this country to see him, you're going to pay $20 to $25 a ticket.
Wow, that's incredible, Larry.
So we want everybody to come out. Let's
Now,
look
when
at the
when
pleasure.
is that, though?
That's
When is-
Tuesday night.
At what time?
It starts at 7 p.m.
Okay, all right.
Right here in the main arena.
Now, this is the Western Pleasure, and what are we looking for here?
All right, and the quarter horses here, they're going to judge them at 3/8. They're going to judge them at the walk, and at the trot, and at the lope.
And you see Amy Randolph there on Pine Bar's Tommy, number 665.
Right now we're on the rail at a walk. Amy got her horse is really relaxed. You can see the neck is horizontal with the ground, and the head of the horse is perpendicular with the ground, and they're just easing along. Now we're going to come up to a trot. The quarter horse judge tonight is Dale Lantrum from up at Crossville. There's a good-looking Palomino horse.
Oh, that's a beautiful horse.
It is a beautiful horse. There's Ronnie Mayberry.
On
number
Playgirl's
174.
Conclusion.
And Ronnie's a fair board member. I don't think they'll give him an edge here,
Yeah,
but
we'll
I'll
let
just say
you know all the different people that we have in the
that
class.
this is a young horse that Ronnie's just started working with and bringing into the arena.
That's great. We do have...
Here's Willard Vaughn, another fair board member, and his horse is having some problems. Horses are athletes, Becky, and there are nights when they just don't feel like competing. And Willard knew when he came in the rail at a walk, went by the stage here the first time, the horse just was not settled down. So now Willard's just sitting out in the middle, and he's taking himself out of the competition.
Okay.
But horses are athletes, and it's just like human beings. Some days you just don't feel like getting up and
Like
going to
doing it.
work. And tonight, Willard's horse didn't feel like it.
That's Maxwell there on Classy Little Babe.
All right.
I really like the fact that they have numbers on the side most of the time. Now, this one has
Now
one on
we're
the
up
back.
at a short lope here, and we're loping on the left lead. And what that means is that the left front hoof will extend out first. And the horse has to be in sequence. If you look at the front and the back have to be sequenced together. It's a good shot right there. And the horse just want to ease along.
Now, will they ask them, how many different gates will they ask them to go through?
Well, here's three: the walk, the trot, and the lope.
Okay.
Some people refer to the lope as a canter. In the walking horse, gated horse business, they call it the canter. But it's lope. We got Butch Glasscock coming around the second horse there. This number
66, no.
86, right up here.
Wayne
Joker, Wayne Cobble.
We'll let you know who all we've got in this class. We've got Wayne Hudgens on Nightingale, number 58.
This is an open show where you could show, we do accept different breeds. Most of the horses in here are quarter horses, or they have a quarter horse bred blood base.
Also, we have, that's Ronnie Mayberry
That's
on
Ronnie
Playgirl's
Mayberry.
Conclusion. We also have Harold Short. I'm not sure if we've seen him on Miss Ryan Rain. Wayne Cobble just a moment ago on Joker. Bailey Watkins on Brett Gypsy.
Number 165. Number 97 is Amy Calcote on 10x2. Number 665 is Amy Randolph on Pine Bars. My eyes are no, Becky. What's that say?
Tommy.
Tommy, okay. And you read the
Butch
letters.
Glasgow on Zip Annie Straw, number 909. And Kim Maxwell on Classy Little Babe, number 35.
There's a good shot of Wayne Shores, number 143. Come around. No, it's Harold Shores, excuse me. Ronnie Mayberry right behind him.
Now,
And
on
what
the-
we're doing now we've reversed. The folks at home saw them turn on the rail. The judge, Mr. Dale Landrum from Crossville, is looking for how the ease they stop, turn around, and now they're reversed on the rail and they're going along a trot. Obviously, what you're looking for here is that the horse is under control of the trot. And these are pleasure horses, so they're supposed to look like they're a pleasure ride.
now do they get spooked when they get up here at the stage?
Well, the stage is a little different for some horses. Some horses get a little spooked, sometimes along the rail, a younger horse. the announcer here tonight several times has asked folks to move back away from the rail. It's awful hard to keep folks off the rail. It's because it's a very good view. But when you're showing a younger horse, anything can spook them. I mean, it's just like, you know, you have a young child, you take them to school the first time, you take them out the first time, they get scared very easily. Same deal with a horse. Coming to this arena, those horses haven't been in this arena before. The stage here with the cameras and all the lights and the music, sound, it can spook them a little bit. There's a good shot. We're on the right lead now. We're loping on the right lead. You see the right front hoof is extended out in front.
Now, the fairgrounds look just wonderful, Larry. They're so impressive. The lighting is so nice here in the arena.
I'll tell you, the last 2 years, or 3 years, with the cooperation of the commission, the county maintenance department, and the highway department, we have been able to put together, in working with them, about $150,000 worth of improvements to the fairgrounds, and it's made quite a difference. It's made the fairgrounds more user-friendly. It's easy to get around. We have blacktop, and for folks with strollers and people in wheelchairs, it's easy to get around. The maintenance department has painted the roofs of all the buildings and painted most of the buildings. New roof on the women's building, and I mean, there's just been a lot of improvements. This year we refurbished the concession stands, and we invite everyone to come out and look at what's happened, because it's been a truly cooperative effort. And we can't thank the county commission, Red Lamb, Donald Smith enough, because without their support, it would not have been possible.
Well, it really is incredible, and it's going to be a terrific week here. The fair has already kicked off with 2 nights. This is the 3rd, but you have a whole week left.
Oh, yes, so we have, like I mentioned, the family day tomorrow, and tomorrow night we'll have gospel music here. We'll have Airline and the Primitives. We'll be here to put on gospel show starting at 7.
No additional charge for that?
No additional charge. And for Family Day, I might add, from 1 to 4 during the picnic, there's no gate admission.
Oh,
the gate admission goes on at 4 o'clock. So there's no gate admission from 1 to 4. Now, let me get back to the horse show here real quick.
All right.
The judges lined them up, and now he's going to walk down in front, and he wants to see with the ease that they back up. Backing up is a very difficult move for a horse. First of all, they can't see what's back there. They have to go by stents. Second of all, the head on the horse is a counterbalance. And so for a horse to back straight is a very, very difficult movement. So what he's looking is how easy these horses, with just a bare tug on the reins, how easy that they'll go back, and he's looking for them to back up straight. Because it is a very difficult move. It's just like for us, it's hard for us to walk backwards too, right? Maybe for me, but not for you.
Oh, no. It's hard for me.
But getting back to the fair, tonight we have the gospel, and Monday night, beauty pageant. Fairest of the fair. Last year, Jennifer Saporian, our fairest of the fair, she went to the state pageant in January. It was the Tennessee State Fairest of the fair. She won the pageant. And so we're really excited for Jennifer. She'll be back tomorrow night Monday night to pass on her crown. And on Tuesday, I mentioned the Earl Singletary concert. On Wednesday, we have a demolition derby. We're trying something new. And you folks...
In the arena?
In the arena. We're going to dig a pit in here, and we're going to have a demolition derby. So you can come out and crash into somebody if you want that. And I believe that night, Channel 22, on Wednesday night, Channel 22 is going to air the highlights of the mountain dancing, which is taking place tonight up on our Stage 2 venue.
Right.
And you're going to air 3 hours of that Wednesday night beginning at 8 o'clock. So the folks want to be sure and tune in for that. Thursday night, we again will be back at the horse show. We feature our Putnam County residents who will, you have to come out and show their horses. You must be a resident of Putnam County to compete. Friday night, we have motorcycles. Always an exciting night, motorcycle racing. The last Saturday night, we have mule pulling in the main arena. And we're continuing with our music and day party that we started last year. Up on Stage 2, we have, up by the volleyball courts, we'll have Fair Jam 98. We've got 4 rock and roll bands, Merseyside, Robin Reality, GCP, and then there's another one that name escapes me at the moment. They will start playing at 7 and go to about midnight, and we've got area up there to dance and just have a big time to celebrate the ending of the fair, and all the fair board members always go up there and dance.
That's right.
So we're continuing with Stage 2. We're trying to do more and more things up there. Friday night, while the motorcycle's going on here, there'll be a kennel club show at 7 o'clock on Stage 2. So we're trying to develop that second venue where we can have 2 events going simultaneously, and it works very well. Makes it a little difficult for the TV folks.
That's right.
Because you can't be at 2 places at the same time. But we work out with the help, I believe, this evening. Michael's Productions is up taping the Western Dancing, and they're going to provide you with the footage.
Right.
So we got a tremendous community cooperative effort here at the fair.
Well, and as I mentioned earlier, Larry, we're so appreciative of you all welcoming us back and being able to bring folks this coverage, because I know there are a lot of people who physically can no longer come to the fair who really enjoy being able to see on television.
That's right, and we get letters that just say, you know, they so much appreciate Channel 22. And I mean, Channel 22 brings quality program. The fair from here, the fair from White County, the Fiddler's Jamboree, those are local productions.
Right.
But I'm talking about the PBS programs. Everything that Channel 22 brings is quality, commercial-free programming right into your home year-round. And we're very lucky to have Channel 22 because most PBS stations today are found in major markets, and not in a small community like ours. So the Upper Cumberland region, and especially Cookeville and Putnam County, is very, very special to have Channel 22.
Well, thanks. And we appreciate you and all of our board members. And we've got a great crew out here tonight. They've been working hard all day, and we certainly appreciate them. We've got several volunteers, Josh Dempsey right here beside me on this camera, and lots of folks who have been helping out. I believe Maryland and Wick Wicker are here tonight again helping us.
Well, let's see who's going to win.
Okay, we'll turn it over now to Gary Burnington for the winners.
The judges stand for presentation, and the first place in blue in the class goes to entry number 174. May Girls Conclusion, Ronnie Mayberry riding for Hoyt Mayberry Cookeville. 174, May Girls Conclusion, and Ronnie Mayberry to Blue River. .174, May Girls Conclusion, and Ronnie Mayberry riding for Hoyt Mayberry to Blue Ribbon in your open Western Blazer class. Second reserve ride the same direction. Reserve in the class goes to number 58.99. Wayne Hudgens in the owner. Number 58, 99, and Wayne Hudgens are reserved. Third award goes to number 909, Zips Annie Straw. Butch Glasgow on the owner rider. Number 909, Zips Annie Straw, and Butch Glasgow are third. Fourth award goes to 665, Pine Bars Tommy. Amy Randolph, the owner rider. Number 665, Pine Bars Tommy. Amy Randolph for fourth. And the fifth award goes to number 165, Brett Gypsy. Valley Watkins, the owner rider. Livingston, number 165, Brett Gypsy. Valley Watkins are fifth. And let's give the departing entries a big round of applause as they exit from the arena, please.
It was a good class. Now we've got the Youth Western Blazer coming in 2 classes, or 3 classes, in class number 9. I'll come back and join you then. We'll bring Debbie back in here, but I want to encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the Putnam County Fair. This is your fair. We have worked very hard all year round to try and build this fair up. So we have something to offer everybody. Monday night, down here by the sheep show ring, we're going to be setting up a petting zoo, a 4-H petting zoo, an exotic animal petting zoo, and we're going to have pig races, Becky.
Are you really?
Starting at 6:30, there's a little track. The little pig will run for an Oreo cookie.
Oh, man.
And every 90 minutes, there'll be pig races, and we've been assured that some of the pigs that will be there to compete, Snortsenhagen will be there, and Hillary Rodham's going to be there.
Oh, no.
And yes, and it'll be a real good event for the families with small children to come out. We know school's back. School went back a week early, went back a month early for some folks at Cabshaw. But we want you to come out and enjoy the fair. We've got a lot of entertainment. Our Midway has brought in a lot of rides for the younger children. So everybody needs to come out and enjoy the fair.
And there's really nothing nothing like being here. You cannot, if you have any way of getting to the fair, you've just got to come and experience it and enjoy the food and the sights and the sounds.
Oh, we have all kinds of great food down there. I've been sampling every step. Listen, I'll see you in 2 classes.
Okay, thanks.
There.
Coming up next, folks, we've got the Country Pleasure Light Shot. This is class 7. We want to remind you that we have 24 classes tonight. We have quite a few entries in this particular class. I believe we've got about 10 entries in class 7. Norris back with us, and that was a fun class, that Western Pleasure class.
You know, I really enjoyed watching that class.
Good.
And that, you know, there were a lot of really good horses in that class that didn't buy.
Right.
And I was really impressed.
Well, that would be hard. That would be a hard decision. It's just like this class. We've got 10 entries, and we have a lot of really nice-looking horses.
We have some really good horses in this Country Light Shod Pleasure class, Country Pleasure Light Shod. And again, these are horses that you ride at home. They really don't require a trainer. A lot of them have. Most all of these have trainers. But you can keep them at home and take care of them yourself and trail ride with them, pleasure ride with them, and bring them in to the show.
And we have riders of all ages. We have a very young rider you see right up there. That is, I believe, Stephanie Beckwith on Will's Roan Allen. And look, she's very young, but doing a remarkable job.
These riders start at such an early age. Some of them start when, like the ones that were in here for the lead line class. And so in a few years from now, we'll see those little kids in this class. But it's a family hobby, a family sport, and that's what we're seeing here tonight, is all of these families here participating.
Okay, let us know who some of the folks are in this particular competition.
Well, Ed Bowman has a horse here tonight. He's riding it. He's the owner. Urban Maxwell's the trainer. Go Boy Carbon Queen, 209. Number 72 has Amy Austin, trained by Peter Huff Sr., owned by Dr. Tom Willis. I'm a Stonewall. Number 222 is Ron Allen. We just saw a few minutes ago with little Stephanie Beckwith. And Kathy Owens is the owner. And number 527, Hard Phillips, has Bobby Phillips up. This is her 3rd class we've seen her in.
Wow.
The owner is Rylan Phillips, and the trainer is Randall Phillips. And 189 is Wilson Ray Miss with Ruth Tudor. Larry Tudor from Tin Mile, Tennessee is the trainer, and Larry and Ruth on the horse. Taco Bell with Amanda Anderson up. Amanda's from Gainesboro on 198. Sun's Flaming Shadow with Brent Bowman up. And Brent is the owner, the rider, and the trainer on number 77. Midnight Ride, number 80 with Harold Owens up. Casey Givens Stables from Wichita, Tennessee, the trainer. And Bill and Sharon Wilkerson from Kingston, Tennessee is the owner. And Dixon's Oil Stock Gold with Rebecca Wilkinson up. Rebecca is the rider and the trainer, and Bill and Sharon Wilkerson from Kingston, Tennessee is the owner. And Sergeant York's Masterpiece with Dudney Cookup. And Dwayne is the owner, trainer, and rider. And that's our class, Becky, and the judges got them on the reverse and going at a slow walk.
And we have some just beautiful horses and very elegant, skilled riders. And it's a pleasure to watch. This is a really enjoyable class. And what a beautiful shot that is, the Midway. And we really want to encourage folks to come on down and support your county fair. And in fact, invite the whole region.
Right, that's right. We've got some real unusual things down the Midway this year.
Oh, really?
It's a big round ball, okay? Chandler said that they have, I don't know how he knew this, but he said motorcycles get inside this, it's a big wire cage. And motorcycles get inside of it, right upside down and round and round.
It's like a show?
Is
it like a show?
Yeah.
They don't let Chandler in there and ride on a motorcycle.
No, it's just a watch.
Okay.
I saw something like that in Vegas a couple of years ago. They'll get like maybe 2 or 3 in there.
Right.
And they go round and round at the same time.
Well, Larry said that they had included a lot of new rides for younger children, and the Midway, they've really worked on it, and they just have so many things planned for this whole week that people really should come out and support it.
They really should. But that one thing is really spectacular to see. Right. and I can't believe it's part of the midway.
I know. Now the judge is asking them to back up. Is that right?
Each horse has to back up a minimum of 3 steps, and as the judge calls for them to. And if they can't, then that does count against.
So if they had 2 that were pretty close to being decided, and she's sweet, and so
Right.
she's so incredible.
But let's just say that maybe your horse and another horse was, you know, first and second. He came along and said, okay, I need for, you know, back up.
Right.
You couldn't, and you probably lost your first.
I see.
Yeah. So it's an integral part of the judging.
So what all are they judged on then? They're judged on conformation.
They're judged on conformation. They're judged on their performance. He looks at the consistency of the horse, that they don't get going so fast that they break their gait, start to lope maybe. They have to be consistent in their gait, and that they are the best performer of the horse that's in there, meaning that they reach out the furthest with their front legs and slide their back legs up underneath them and kind of scoot along with their back legs and really reach walking out with the front ones. That part of it they judge and give more weight to than anything. But the conformation and then the backing, the maturity of the horse and how he's handled or how he's allowing himself to be handled. You've got a horse that's in there and he's acting ugly. That's going to go against you, and a lot of times the rider will just ask to be excused.
I see.
Because it does go against.
Now, will they actually judge the rider's ability?
No, they're supposed to judge this on strictly the horse's performance. But if the rider isn't a good rider, then the horse isn't going to perform.
Right. And I believe the ringmaster just turned over the winners to Gary Brewington, who is our on-stage announcer. Gary Maynard, the show chairman for this particular show tonight.
And our ringmaster is...
We'll have to find out. I'm not sure.
All of my notes are on. I must have ate them.
You've placed them somewhere. I'm not sure where. So we'll look for those. It is just a fabulous night here this evening. Just beautiful, beautiful evening to be at the Putnam County Fair. The weather could not be better. And the exhibits, everything looks fresh and ready. And the midway is wonderful. So when you get an opportunity, come on down and join us. Lots of great food and entertainment. And if you can't, if somewhere where you need to stay by the television and watch, we certainly appreciate all of you who are tuning in and being with us. We'll bring you the very best front row seat right there, so don't go away. We're going to be right here bringing you the entire evening's coverage. And I know we've got lots of folks watching. I think my mom's watching, and my Aunt Ruth is watching. And I know you got lots of people who are tuning in, and I hope they're enjoying it.
And my mother.
Yes.
And my mother-in-law, Carrie.
Are they all watching?
I hope so.
There you go.
And Edna Jackson's in the hospital. Your Aunt Ruth's in the hospital. So we hope they're at home or in the hospital.
Right. And all the folks who are just sitting by their sets and enjoying it from at home tonight, we encourage you to stay with us because we're going to bring in you lots and lots. We're only on Class 7, and there are 24 tonight.
And if you enjoy it, would you write in?
Right.
Let us know.
That does help. Okay, tell us who the ringmaster
Our
is.
ringmaster tonight is James Lawson, who's doing an absolutely wonderful job. And he really has to work hard because he has to run back and forth. The judge stayed out there, but the ringmaster has to come in and turn in the judge's decision at the end of every class. He's the one that has to give all these signals. Like the master of ceremonies, the announcer does.
The first place of blue in this country.
Now we're going to turn it over now to Gary Brewington as he tells us that the first place winner is 209 Ed Bowman on Go Boys Carbon Queen. And we'll find out the rest of our winners right now.
Queen and Ed Bowman to the blue ribbon. Center reserve, you run the same direction, please. Reserve in the class goes number 527, Hard Payment. Robbie Phillips riding for Relland Phillips Football, number 527. are Fins and Robbie Phillips are reserved. Third award goes to number 72, Alma Stonewall. Amy Austin, rider for Dr. Tom Willis, Cookville, number 72, Alma Stonewall. Amy Austin, our third. Fourth award goes to entry number 189, Wilson's Gray Mist. Ruth Tudor, rider for Larry Ruth Tudor, 10 miles. 189, Wilson's Gray Mist, and Ruth Tudor, a fourth. And the fifth award goes to entry number 198, Taco Bell. Amanda Anderson riding, and the owner, Gainsborough, number 198, Taco Bell, Amanda Anderson, our field. Now let's give the departing entries a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as they leave.
Well, that was a big...
The 1998 Open to the World Horse Show is brought to you by the Putnam Farmers Co-op, meeting the farmers' needs with bag and bulk fertilizer, clothing, hardware and fencing, animal and pet supplies, seed, lawn and garden supplies. The Putnam Farmers Co-op, West Broad Street, Cookville. And by Wilmeth Insurance Agency Incorporated, an independent agent serving the insurance needs of this area since 1939 by providing all types of insurance coverage, including auto, home, farm, business, life, and health. Wilmeth Insurance Agency on the corner of Dixie and Reagan Streets, Cookville. And by the financial support of viewers like you.
There you see the big midway as we bring you live coverage from the Putnam County Fair. I believe this is the 77th year. Is that right? I know it's the 70-something year of the Putnam County Fair, and we're thrilled to be here.
I thought it was the 72nd year.
72nd year. Okay, so I added 5. I just gave them a few
I
extra.
thought they announced earlier the 77th.
Okay, but it was 72nd.
It is. That's what the person said.
Well, that's quite a history. That's a long, long...
We're not going to tell how many of these fairs we've been
No.
before.
A few.
And we're looking at the walking show pleasure specialty class. We have amateur owners and riders in this class, and we have 5 entries in this class, and they're in the ring on a rail at a flat foot wall.
Now, in this class, we have Horace Pennington on Shaker's Precious Jewels, number 319, and the trainer is Joseph King. The owner is Horace and Willing Pennington of Cookville.
Karen Maxwell's the owner, Erwin Maxwell's the trainer, number 210, last name Carbon, and Karen Maxwell's in the irons.
In the irons. There you just saw Horace Pennington. That's him right there.
And she's asked for them to go at a running walk. So if you'll notice, they're going a little bit faster, picking them up, getting a little tighter hold on their reins and let horses go on.
That's Casey Givens right there on Candu's Coin Collector. Casey Givens Stables of Westall, Tennessee.
See how consistent he is, Becky?
Right.
How his head's moving and rhythm. Said the horses, these horses look good. A lot of times your amateur classes look a lot better than our trainers' classes. The judges asked for them to reverse direction and continue at a flat foot walk. We've not seen any horses with set tails tonight, partly because it's been raining and you're not required to do the set tail with them when
the weather's not
mucky
good.
And it's muddy. Because a lot of times they'll even have their tails tied up so they don't drag and get muddy and all and tear them up. These people are, as we'll see in some later classes, get real particular about these horses' tails.
Right.
You'll see them trail the ground, a lot of them.
But that takes a lot of work.
They keep those tails wrapped up in a net every day. Keep the hair from breaking off because you want that long, flowing tail. In fact, a lot of trainers will use wigs with them, or what they call swatches, and they'll tie it up underneath the horse's tail to make it look even longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's permissible.
Oh,
you can do that.
Yeah. And the judges asked for them to go ahead and move on. We're looking at Sandy Kennedy on Beam Pilo.
She is the owner and trainer, right?
Yes, and Sandy does a great job.
And we also have in this competition Karen Maxwell on Last Chance Carbon, Irvin Maxwell Maxwell, the trainer, and they are the owner, number 210, and Jimmy Bryant on Joe Buzz, number 84. And Cleary is the trainer of Tompkinsville. Cleary and Ritter, the owners of Tompkinsville, Kentucky.
And Candu's Coin with Casey Givens up from Western Tennessee is on number 95.
So we've got some really fine-looking horses here, and riders doing just a terrific job.
They've done a great job. You know, these riders, even though they're called amateurs, it just means that they do not make a living training horses. But these are some of your best riders, and the amateurs have some of the best horses.
And they even though they don't get paid for it, they probably do this every weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
They probably do it.
Right. It's their hobby. It's their fun thing to do. And for the Kennedys, for instance, and the Givens, it's their family activity. Well, and I know for Karen and Irvin Maxwell, even they have a little girl that shows.
Really?
Yeah. So the whole family gets involved in it.
And that's a really good thing, I assume, because it's a family activity where other families are involved.
Yes.
And you probably see the same people at different shows.
You compete with each other every week, and you look forward to seeing, and you take food and have, eat because you arrive early.
Right.
And it's just a lot of fun. Kind of like tailgating.
Right, right.
Well, that's what it is.
There you go. And then we've got a great evening. The whole wonderful set of competition. Coming up next is the Youth Western Pleasure. Larry McDonald will be joining us for that. And then after that is the Juvenile Walking Specialty course, class. And those are for riders ages 12 to 17. And our ringmaster is turning over the announcements to the Master of Ceremonies. That's Gary Burrington this evening. So I'm going to turn it over here to Gary. I believe they've already made their decision, haven't they?
RHW behind the South Grandstand. All right, we have the results in class number 8, your walking show pleasure class. Walking show pleasure. So ask the winner of the class, you will please find you left down the rail. And to the announcer stand to receive your award. In the first place, the blue of the class goes to entry number 84, Joe Buzz. Jimmy Bryant riding for Cleary and River, Tompkinsville, Kentucky. Number 84, Joe Buzz and Jimmy Bryant to the blue ribbon. Reserve your ride in the same direction, please. Reserve the class goes to number 95, Candu's Coin Collector. Casey Gibbons riding for Dennis Gibbons family, Westfield. Number 95, Candu's Coin Collector and Casey Gibbons are reserved. Third award goes to entry number 40, Bean Time Low. Sandy Kennedy riding the owner of Cookville. Number 40, Bean Time Low, Sandy Kennedy are third. Fourth award goes to entry number 210, Last Chance Carbon. Karen Maxwell, the owner rider of football, number 210. Last Chance Carbon and Karen Maxwell are fourth. And fifth award goes to 319, Shaker's Precious Jewel. Horace Pennington riding for Horace and William Pennington Cookville, 319, Shaker's Precious Jewel and Horace Pennington are fifth.
And there you have the 5 winners, and we're going to see our first place winner take his ride for glory. He's all the way at the other end. There you see him. That is Jimmy Bryant on Joe Buzz. What a beautiful horse that is. Cleary and Ritter, the owner of Tompkinsville, Ronnie Cleary, the trainer. And that is a fine horse. And a wonderful job by Jimmy Bryant. We've got a good crowd tonight here at the Putnam County Fair. We hope that you're enjoying our coverage. hoping that you'll stay with us this evening as we continue to bring you the very best from right here, the Putnam County Fair. This is the 72nd year, and we are ready for the Youth Western Pleasure class. Larry McDonald will be back in just a moment, I think, to join us.
Larry's worked so hard.
He really has. He and all the fair members, they devote so much time.
You know, this year the fair board members have on red, white, and blue shirts.
Right.
And you'll see them out walking around. This is the first year that I can remember seeing fair board, I mean, really seeing them.
Right.
I'm sure they've been here before and doing things,
sure.
but you weren't aware of
Right.
it.
And it's so nice to see them, and I love shirts.
I do too.
Really, when you see them, you should compliment them on, because the fairgrounds just look tremendous, and they've made a lot of improvements.
Now, Laura was talking about, they gave them one shirt, and they have to wash that shirt every night. And she said, you know, when you wash it,
right,
they're going to need another one. I said, Laura, you just want another shirt.
That's what it is. They're going to have to go out and buy one, I bet.
Yeah. She wants one to wear.
Yeah. They donate so much time, too. They really put a lot into bringing a top-notch fair.
This is a non-paying
position, isn't it? Right.
And they've had to be here every day and every night doing things. So
there you see Aaron Brown on Tammy Kimbar copy. And I may not say that right. Debbie, you may just have to become a Western pleasure specialist here.
We're in trouble.
Joshua Brown is on Miss Brian Rain, number 143.
And Lori Beth Puckett is up on Coosa Mister, number 19.
Amy Calcote is on Win by 2, number 97.
Jared Hodges from Cookville is on J, number 217.
Joshua Daly is on Rio Banjo, number 366.
Erwin Brown had to name his horse something really unique.
No, Tamu Kimbar? I'm not sure.
Kimbar copy.
There you go.
Number 215. I like that name, Erwin Brown.
Yeah. It's Aaron Brown.
Aaron Brown. Could be Erwin.
No, it has to be. It's an Aaron.
Aaron Brown.
Ben Gentry is on Screwdriver, number 67.
Thank goodness. Larry McDonald can tell us what that horse's name is.
There you go. We had a great competition here.
I'm sorry I'm late, Becky.
That's all right. The Western Pleasure class.
We got a concession booth out of Coke, and I'm trying to find the Coke man now. Could you look like looking for a needle in a haystack?
Absolutely. You have to. Why don't you come up here and get him to announce it? Can you do that?
I don't know if he's up here. I think he's down there somewhere. We'll find him. I've got every fair board member on the grounds looking for him.
Now they've just gone to a low.
Okay, yes. They're loping on the left lead. They're going to bring him back down to a walk. Did you already go through the entry?
Did. That's Ben Gentry that you just saw there, a Screwdriver. And Joshua Brown on Miss Ryan Rain.
You see they're back down to a walk. And has he reversed them yet? I didn't know coming in. Or is this the first time around?
I believe this is the first time.
Okay, he's probably going to reverse on the rail here in a minute. What he's looking at right now, he's really studying hard. He's taking a look at Lori Puckett at the moment. And what he's looking at is how the horse settled after coming out of the lope, back down to the walk. Wants to see how they're doing as far as settling back down there, just easing down.
Now, are they supposed to just drop down immediately?
Yeah, when you just touch them. Now they're going to reverse on the rail. There's Aaron Brown, a good shot.
We're trying to put the name of that. Is it Tamu Kimbar?
It looks like Tanya Kimbar, yeah. Tamu Kimbar. Copy. Forgot the copy part there.
Copy.
Okay. Beautiful shot there. The horse looking out, ears very alert. You can see the horse is very alert, looking around the rail. There's a good sign there. You asked a while ago about the rail. You can see the horse, and you see the horse looking. The judge is going to look for that, and the judge is actually going to score the horse off just a little bit for that. That's what happens when the horse has to be focused on what the rider is telling him to do with his legs and with his hands. And so what's happening is when the horse like that is looking around, the judge will take that to mean they're not really paying attention. The horse is not focused. And that's why when we mentioned about these folks standing along the rail, it can distract.
Right.
you know, the horses.
There's Amy Calcote that just passed.
All right. Now we're going to come up to a lope on the right lead, and you'll see the right leg go out in the front.
Well, that little fella's taking off. I believe that's Ben Gentry, that little pony.
Now this horse right there was loping. You could see his mouth was open, which means he was on the bit. That means he had taken a hold of the bit, and the young men there did a real good job to slow him down, or it could have been a problem.
Really? He couldn't have actually taken off?
Right. You see the horse is there, is chomping on the bit. The horse was kind of moving away, and the rider there did an excellent job to slow the horse down, get him into the lineup. Now he's calming him down, because in a minute he's going to ask him to back up.
That's Joshua Daly on Rio Banjo.
Joshua did a real good job there. And now he's straightening him up. Now he's going to ask him. Here comes the judge. He's going to ask him to back.
I like how he keeps that one hand on his hip, too. He's just using one.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're waiting. Not going to ask him yet. They're waiting on one more horse to get into the lineup.
I see.
And then the judge will walk down. We'll ask the horse to back up. This move is very difficult for a horse because a horse obviously can't see what's behind. He senses what's behind. And also that the head is used as a counterbalance. They try to back the horse up straight.
Now, you have to have a good relationship with the horse then for them to trust you to do that move, right?
Right. To show these horses, being in Western Pleasure, are the kind of horses that are a pleasure to ride. If you take them out, you can go and ride them anywhere. And it has to be a team effort between the horse and the rider. The horse has to trust the rider that you're not going to ride him trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You ask him to cross a stream, cross a bridge. You ask him to go up a hill, down a hill, back over a stump. But you're not going to do anything that's going to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bond that forms between the rider and the horse, and that's very important, especially in this class.
Right. Now, will people spend as much money on a quarter horse as they will like on a walking horse, or? We were talking about some horses can cost a great deal of money. But
right. Some horses do cost a lot of money. The horse business today in almost every breed is very good. A lot of more folks are showing horses. There's been a lot of good marketing effort on behalf of the American Quarter Horse Association and Walking Horse Breeders Associations to market the horses. And the horses are selling very well. There are a lot of youth getting involved in it. Because what's happening today, Becky, with horses is it's one of the last things that families can do together.
Right.
You can buy one horse, and a child can ride in the children's class. The parents can ride in the adult classes or in the amateur classes. So, I mean, it's truly a family event for horses. And horse needs a certain amount of care, and everyone in the family can get involved with it. Everything, I mean, nobody, you say, how you learn the horse business? Well, you learn from the ground up. You learn it by cleaning the stalls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there's two things about a horse. If you take care of a horse's feet, and you take care of a horse's mouth, chances are you're not going to have a whole lot of problem with them. You know, that's where a lot of problems that lead to lameness and other variety of problems start, either in the feet or in the mouth. So horses, are creatures that are fun-loving. They're fun to be around. They're fun to take care of. And these horses out here are very well maintained. You can see shine in their coats. I mean, there's Lori Beth Puckett. Just look at the gleam on those two horses sitting. Just beautiful in these lights.
We'll turn it over now to Gary Brunson for our winners.
And the first place to blue in the class goes to entry number 219, who's Mr. Lori Beth Puckett, the owner of All Good. Number 219, Coosa Mister, and Lori Beth Puckett to the blue ribbon.
There you go. It's a good shot of your first place horse. Beautiful animal.
Second reserve, your right lane direction, please. Reserve in the class goes to 215. Thank you, Kimball. Erwin Brown, the owner rider Livingston, number 215. Kimball and copy. Erwin Brown is reserved. Third ward goes to 143. Mr. Ryan Rain, Joshua Brown, the owner rider Cookville, 143. Mr. Ryan Rain and Joshua Brown are third. Fourth award goes to 217. Jake Jared Hodges riding, the owner of Cookville, 217. Jake and Jared Hodges are fourth. And your fifth award goes to number 67, Screwdriver. Ben Gentry, the owner rider, Cookville. Number 67, Screwdriver, and Ben Gentry are fifth. And let's give the departing entries a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for their participation in the show.
Great class, Becky. The young folks come out and exhibit the horses.
Absolutely.
On a beautiful night at the Putnam County Fair.
And we'll see our first place winner take her ride. Is that correct?
She's going to take a little victory lap there, Lori Beth Puckett. And we were commenting on Coosa Mister. You can see Lori Beth riding with the rein in the left hand.
Let's give you a winner a big round of applause. He's entry number 200.
She's loping around on the right lead.
Coosa Mister. Lori Beth Puckett, the owner rider of All Good. Making that blue ribbon.
Great night for a horse show, isn't it?
Beautiful night.
Beautiful night. A little breeze blowing, keeping everybody cool.
You couldn't have a better night for this show. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful. Again, when I leave you, we want to invite everybody to come out to Family Day tomorrow. And at 1 o'clock, bring a picnic lunch. We'll have tables and chairs set up underneath the big tent at stage 2. And the fair board will serve iced tea and lemonade and coffee and homemade ice cream, all you can eat.
Great.
And then we'll have some games. And at 3 o'clock, the Midway will be putting on an armband for $15 from 3 till 10 tomorrow night. You ride all you want. And tomorrow night we have the Primitives and we have Airline going to do gospel music here in the main arena. And it should be a big night on Family Day at the 1998 Putnam County Fair. Next Tuesday, you'll get the big Darrell Singletary concert. He's coming in. You can see him for the price of the gate admission. There's no additional charge. Bring your lawn chairs.
The 1998 Open to the World Horse Show is brought to you by the Putnam Farmers Co-op, meeting the farmers' needs with bag and bulk fertilizer, clothing, hardware and fencing, animal and pet supplies, seed, lawn and garden supplies. The Putnam Farmers Co-op, West Broad Street, Cookville. And by Wilmoth Insurance Agency Incorporated, an independent agent serving the insurance needs of this area since 1939. By providing all types of insurance coverage, including auto, home, farm, business, life, and health. Wilmoth Insurance Agency on the corner of Dixie and Reagan Streets, Cookville. And by the financial support of viewers like you.
We are getting ready for Class 17, or Class 10, not 17, which is a juvenile, ages 12 to 17, walking specialty. And Harry, again, thank you so much for taking, I know how busy you are, and we're just thrilled you took time out.
Well, we're glad that you came out, the folks from Channel 22, to televise the horse show. There's a great shot of the giant wheel down the Midway with the WCT
How
truck
about
right
that?
front. Looks just like the picture on the front of the guide this month, doesn't it? On the program guide
we have
for
to thank Ty
WCT.
Kearney for that picture on the guide, too. You did a great job.
So you folks have a great evening, and come on out and see the rest of the fair. We've got a lot going on all next week.
All right. Thanks, Larry. Good luck to you, and a great appreciation to all the fair board members.
Okay. Thank you, Beck.
We've got the juvenile walking specialty class up with almost, I believe, 10 entries. And they're trying to get everybody out into the ring. They almost have everyone out here, I believe, but not quite. And Debbie Norris is back with us. Did a nice little break?
I had a nice break. Talked with Flo Null, who is our 1997, our outgoing senior fairs to the fair.
Oh, cool.
And she is delivering, giving out ribbons and trophies tonight, and escorted by her son, Larry Null.
All around the flat rock, please.
I had a nice little break.
That's right.
And you've been watching the juvenile on walking specialty class.
These are young riders.
These are our young riders, ages 12 to 17. And these riders don't have canners.
They do not?
No. So they just do a flat foot walk, and they do a running walk, and then they reverse and do all that again.
And in this particular class, we have Shutdown Hutch. I hope I said that right. I'm not positive. Call Me Cash, number 69, Bill Love family, the owner. And J.B. Buchanan is the trainer. Amanda Maxwell is on Another Pride Son, number 211. Irvin Maxwell is the trainer. And Amanda Maxwell of Cookville is the owner.
Well, Irvin's the daddy.
Irvin's the daddy. Okay, there you go. That's a good
deal.
deal.
The horse's trainer and the rider's trainer.
Yeah.
Zach Randolph is the owner and the rider from Cookville on Hot Shots Pride, number 239. And
Amanda
I believe they're
Jones.
doing a run walk, Becky.
Do what?
I believe Actually, they're going at a running walk.
So what does that mean?
They're going at the fastest gate that these horses can go at in a show ring. And these little riders are really pushing them right on.
They are. Amanda Jones is up on Senator's Devil, number 92, Alfred Jones, the trainer, and Fred of Jackstown, the owner.
299 is Prize Hammer with Brandon Setup, owned by Carter and Cravens out of Sparta, Tennessee.
Eric Lewis is up on Delight Allen, number 171. Brewster Bean is the trainer, and Louise Hollingsworth of Doyle is the owner.
And the judges asked to reverse and continue on the rail at a flat foot wall.
I love that coat. You just gotta love that coat.
It's a blue plaid.
Isn't that cool?
You know, we see these trends change from year to year. You know, one year you'll come in and they'll have shiny LeMay.
Right.
And the next year then they'll be real conservative.
Right. Always something. Okay, our next, see, where'd we get to?
Number 99 is Spirits in the Money with Ashley Brown up. Joey Claiborne is the trainer of Bird Sound, and Video Shack from Livingston is the owner.
Lindsay Wardlaw of is up on Chief Royal Delight, number 50, D&R Stables of Sparta is the trainer. And she is the owner of Sparta.
And we just saw Natasha Stidham in the blue coat. Natasha is riding Ultra Spider-Man. We've seen Natasha. She shows here.
Right.
She's a wonderful Kugel fair fan.
And she's almost grown up here, I believe, hasn't she? I've seen her ride a lot.
So we've got a good class, one of our best classes we've seen tonight, with our juvenile riders. We've got one who's having a little disturbance down here on the north end of the grandstand. And see if we can get
he'll still try to compete, or does that
now unfortunately what we had was this one horse that started rearing up and going around in a circle. And what was really unfortunate about it was that all of it happened right in front of the judge.
Oh no.
So he might as well just ask to be excused.
But since he's a young rider, he might still want the experience to stay in, right?
And that's him, in fact, in the dark coat. Yeah. And he's got a good horse. We in the walking horse business recognize a horse as a pusher colt.
Right.
Because he's got the white stocking feet, the white blaze face, and that's prevalent of coats that come out of a breeding stud, a pusher stud, a former world champion.
One of the things Terry said was that horses really are athletes, and sometimes they perform well, and sometimes
they're just like us. They have good days and they have bad days. And they get here to the showground and they get all fired up.
Right. And they might want to take off. They might want to go, maybe they want to go down to the Midway or something. Who knows? But these young people do a terrific job, and I think it's great that they get out here and stay in and just keep it going.
And our judge, Mr. Benedict from Shelbyville, Tennessee.
Checking it out.
Checking his list.
That's right. Now, is this a really high anxiety time here for the rider, or at this point do you say, well, I've done all I can do?
At this point, they're getting a good breath of air and kind of thinking, oh, I wish I hadn't done this. I should have passed some. This little girl's having fun.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, you're sitting there thinking, Natasha Stidham, I probably should have got a bit older. Maybe there's a coach on the rail, and most of these kids have got somebody on the rail, the trainer, a parent, that's been yelling at them as they go by.
To tell them what to do?
Yeah, tell them, get out of him, or get out of his mouth, let his reins loose a little. Kids sometimes will get too much of a hold on a horse, and if you hold them back too tight, their mouth can get numb, and then you don't have any control.
Huh.
And actually, you can ruin a horse's mouth that way.
Just by pulling on it too much?
Jerking, or, too much of a steady, hard pull or jerking. So you be easy on them, and you want to be real slow and easy with whatever you do. You need to anticipate horse's move before he does it, so that you're always one step ahead of him. He's a smart animal.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, look how big he is.
I know. He is big.
Yeah. And you can anticipate what that animal's going to do. A lot of times, I'm sure Larry probably told you this, by the way he feels, you can feel a horse. You ride with your legs, the inside of your legs gripping the horse. You don't use the stirrups to keep yourself on the horse. You use your legs, the inside part of your legs you grip with, and you can feel that horse slow down or relax or get tense or go faster. And you can feel the reach as he's going to reach and maybe rear up or reach out or to turn. And so you need to always anticipate, and that's how you do it.
Hey, we're going to turn it over now to Gary Brewington for our winners.
And we appreciate the job they do. Going out to win the class, you will please ride to your left and down the rail for presentation. In the first place, the blue dice goes to entry number 99 Spirits in the Money. Ashley Brown riding for Video Shack Livingston. 99 Spirits in the Money, and Ashley Brown making blue ribbon ride. Second reserve, you'll ride the same direction, please. Reserve it to class coach number 211, another prize son. Amanda Maxwell, the owner rider of Cookville, number 211, another prize son, and Amanda Maxwell, a reserve. Third award goes to 171, Delights Mark Allen. Eric Lewis, rider Louise Hollingsworth of Dole, 171, Delights Mark Allen, Eric Lewis. A third. Fourth award goes to number 69, Call Me Cash. Siobhan Hutchins riding for Bill Love Family, Cookville, number 69, Call Me Cash, and Siobhan Hutchins. Our fourth. And your fifth award goes to number 92, Senator's Devil. Amanda Jones riding for Fred Allred, Jamestown, number 92, Senator's Devil, Amanda Jones, our fifth.
And we've got our first place winner is Ashley Brown on Spirit Money, and she's going to take her ride around the ring. That is a beautiful horse. She does a marvelous job, doesn't she?
She really does.
To 17 years of age, you're walking
The horse is wonderful.
Spirit is in the money.
Everything's just perfect about that horse.
It's a classic looking Tennessee walking horse that is owned by the Video Shack in Livingston. Joey Claiborne of Burtown is the trainer, and Ashley Brown there, the rider. Very, very impressive. This was a fun class. I like that. And all those riders did just a tremendous job. They should be very proud.
Now, this next class is always a fun class and really exciting to watch. However, we only have 2 entries in it, and I'm really surprised. This is our flat dodge style racing. These horses go fast, but now we've got a speed racing class coming up, class 21, that same kind of horse, only they really go fast.
They go fast.
They're for speed.
You're watching live coverage of Putnam County Fair on WCGET, Cookville, Tennessee, your public television station right here in the Upper Cumberland. And we're so happy that you're with us.
We show off.
That's it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a whole fun evening, and we're just going to do all kinds of stuff all week long.
We sure are. You are.
Well, you are too, aren't you?
I'll be here Thursday night.
Well, now, you're out here, though, every day, aren't you? Just
I'm out here again with the Money House.
Are you? But the Money House...
thought I didn't have it.
I did. No, where is the Money House?
Well, the
I know
Money
you
House... Well, I merged. Merge Realty is merged with American Way. And it was kind of a, now you see it, now you don't. One day you drive down the street.
Yeah, I know.
Our building was there, and the
Then
next day
it was
it was gone. And, but, a year from now, this time next year, Becky, we're going to have a beautiful new building.
Oh, great.
And on the same corner, and we're all going to move back down there.
Right.
And so, with all the wonderful changes, and now the American Way Money House.
Oh, how cool.
And everybody's so excited. We're having more fun with it this year. And I've had a lot of people say it's the prettiest one we've ever had. Yeah.
Well, now that you've got 2 businesses sort of merged together, is it a little bit more money?
Yeah. No.
It's still the Money House.
I can never tell. I'll tell you what you do. You come by and guess.
Okay.
If you and it would split it.
Okay. That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
You got a problem, though, with the name Robertson.
I know. They'll throw me out instantly, won't they? They'll just throw me out.
But do come by and guess. We're in the flat shot style racing class. Burning Desire with Michael Smith. Paul Smith is the owner, number 533. As we have Bums Nature Boy with Kenny Pierce up. Kenny Pierce is from Monterey, and he's number 316. Now, Becky, there's a lot lot of similarities with the racing horses, the walking horses, and it's the breed that came off of the walking horses.
And there you see Kenny Pierce and just now Michael Smith there, Dark Cat.
And the judges asked for him to come in and line up.
So go ahead and line up. And coming up in just a few moments, we will be having the Juvenile Plantation Pleasure Specialty class, followed by the Juvenile Walking class, and then the Country Pleasure Light Shod class, and we'll be halfway through our competition at that point. We have a lot of terrific show left for you this evening, and we hope that you'll stay with us and enjoy the coverage that we'll be bringing you tonight. This was a fun category. We want to remind you again about Family Day tomorrow. Monday night, the beauty pageants, fair pageants. Tuesday night, the free concert in the arena. Wednesday night is the Demolition Derby. Thursday night, the Putnam County Horse Show. Friday night will be the motorcycle races. And Saturday night will be the mule pulling with the big dance, free dance over on Stage 2. So a whole week's worth of events going on each and every night, as well as actually during the day. There's all sorts of things that you can take with them when you come by. So we hope that you'll do that.
Class number 11, flat shot style.
We're going to turn it over to Brewington for our winners now.
Class, you will please ride to your right. Down to the announcer stand to receive your award in the first place. The blue class goes to entry number 533, Burning Desire. Michael Smith riding for Paul Smith. Number 533, Burning Desire, Michael Smith, Silver Blue Ribbon. Second reserve, you ride the Sun Direction Reserve, goes to 316, Bums, Nature Boy. Kenny Pierce riding down to Monterey, number 316, Bums, Nature Boy, Kenny Pierce, our reserve.
And taking first place there is Michael Smith, you see.
On Burning Desire. Boy, he did good.
Take his ride. That was really fun.
Yeah. This class is strictly for show, and these are flat shod, meaning they don't have built-up feet. The front feet is just a shoe. We got a little problem with the other horse going on out of the ring. He doesn't want to leave.
He wanted to ride, too. Now, but these walking horses, right? These are
racking horses.
Racking horses.
And they have their own breeders association. And, but they came off of the walking horses.
Oh, okay. When you say racking, is that then a gated horse? No.
Well, they're three-gated horses.
But not like a race horse.
No.
Okay.
But they just go extremely fast. So they're a little similar.
They're fun. Yeah, really. Yeah. They can race if they need to. Coming up is Class 12, the Juvenile Plantation Pleasure Specialty class. Now, are these juvenile riders in?
These are juvenile riders, so they're going to be 17, 18 and under. Let's see. Rules, I think 17 under, maybe 18 under now. And
there you see some of the folks taking in the fair.
Specialty class, they don't have to canter.
There you see, I believe that's Casey Givens on Persuasion's Lad. Casey Givens, Stables, Westall, Tennessee, the owner and trainer. We have two other entries. Eric Lewis on Ebby's Super Image for 171. Rooster Bean, the trainer. Sue Robnett of Pikeville, the owner. And our third entry is Cole Phillips on Society Cut, number 900. Randall Phillips is the trainer. Roland Phillips of Pikeville, the owner. They're not required to canter, right? On this particular class, and the juveniles are 17 and under.
And this is a really good class tonight, Becky. These horses are flat shod. They don't have any pads, no built-up fee. And these horses, again, are like any of the pleasure horses. You could take them out on a trail ride. Judges ask for them to go at a flat-foot walk and then to reverse and continue at the flat-foot walk.
Now, well, these young people could potentially show in Shelbyville?
Yes.
They could do that.
Could. We've got plantation pleasure classes there. Any class that a walking horse can go into. Any class and category you can think of, they have a class for it in Shelbyville.
And are they like amateur riders too?
Yes, they have classes for amateurs, and they have classes for
professional trainers.
For the trainers. Open class, amateur or trainer, either one can go into. But it's really kind of frowned upon by the judges, who are primarily trainers, for an amateur to ride against a trainer. So the open world classes are usually just, very seldom do you see an amateur in that. And then the amateur class only is restricted just for that. They'll have juvenile classes. They have classes for riders under 18, 17 and under. And then they'll even break them down and have them like through age 12 and then 12 through to 18.
Now, do you have to be invited to compete?
If you own a walking horse, you can enter it. It doesn't have to, if it's a regular walking horse, you don't have to do anything to qualify to show in Shelbyville. However, to enter a championship class, you have to qualify, and all you do to qualify is ride in a qualifying class there in Shelbyville during the celebration. Okay. So if you want to show on the last Saturday night, if your category is on that night, your qualifying class, there may be 3 or 4 qualifying classes that you could ride on in earlier in the week to be able to ride in your final class. But that's all that it takes.
There we see Nicole Phillips just backing up, along with Eric Lewis and Casey Givens there on the end. So we've got some really talented young riders and beautiful horses in this particular category. The judge has made his decision and has handed it over to ringmaster, who will bring it up to Gary Brunton, our master of ceremonies. This tonight's competition is going very well. It's just a beautiful, beautiful evening. Here you see Nicole Phillips on Society Cut, along with Eric Lewis on Ebby's Super Image right there.
And are you ready for some walking horse trivia?
I am. Let me tell you right here, though, is Casey Givens on Precision's Bay Lad. Okay, now, let's see if we can stump the audience.
Okay, how much will the average walking horse weigh?
Oh, the average walking horse will weigh, geez, I don't know, maybe 1,000 pounds or something?
Yes, you're right.
Could be that I cheated and looked at your note. Really? A horse, one of these horses weighs like 1,000?
Anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 pounds.
Yeah. Let's turn it over to Gary Brunton, and then you can ask me something.
We'll have more trivia later.
We're going to ask whether the class will please around your left and down to the announcer stand to receive your award. And the first place in blue in this class goes to entry number 95 Persuasions Bay Lad. Casey Gibbons riding on her Westel. Number 95 Persuasions Bay Lad and Casey Gibbons to the blue ribbon. Second reserve honor, if you'll ride the same direction, please. Reserving the class goes to number 900, Society Cut. Nicole Phillips riding for Roland Phillips Cookville. Number 900, Society Cut, and Nicole Phillips reserve. And third award goes to entry number 171, Ebbs Super Image. Eric Lewis riding through Robin Ann of Pikeville. 171, Ebbs Super Image, and Eric Lewis, Arthur. All right, a birthday girl, number 95, making a blue ribbon ride, Persuasion Bay Lad and Casey Gibbons. Blue ribbon on a birthday about a day late. But happy birthday, Casey Gibbons. Give her a big round of applause.
And there you the winners from that particular category. Casey Gibbons. That's a good way to celebrate your birthday.
You know, Casey Gibbons is written in one class per year for her birthday. I'd rather do that than have one candle.
That's right, that's right.
Every year.
Absolutely.
All right, we got our juvenile walking horse class coming in here. And I got a special little friend in this class coming in.
Who is that?
Little Lisa Garrett, Marshall Kinch's granddaughter, and I work with her daddy.
Oh, that's cool.
She's this little girl. He's got a big picture of her in his office where she's won a big blue ribbon. That horse looks like an elephant, and she looks like a little.
Well, now see, you were just saying they weigh like 1,000 to 1,200 pounds. These big old horses, and you put some small child on
even
there.
bigger, and she's even
That makes you
smaller.
nervous, doesn't it, Cousin Wayne?
Lord, it makes me so nervous. I want to change it. I'll hand you the truth.
Wayne
I
neighbors.
just want to come over and say howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy!
I'm glad you could be here.
I'm so glad I can be here, too. It's a thrill to be at the 1998 fair.
Didn't we just say this it seemed like it's a few days ago, and it was a whole year
Hey,
ago.
bring them on, juvenile walking, bring them on.
Where was you from that?
I don't know what happened this year, but I tell you what, I'm glad you're back here, and me too.
Yeah. This would hardly be right, would it?
It wouldn't.
This is the 18th year being back
Is it
here
really?
doing the show. Yeah.
My goodness.
Jenny's been here.
We've been
39.
here.
Thank you, Wayne.
I remember when I was a little bitty boy from what you were.
Thank you, Wayne.
I love you, Dave. You're gonna take your head off.
I love you too. That was you more silent.
Well, I'm going to play.
Go play now.
Are you going to have tonight and play one like we normally do?
Yes, do we?
Okay.
Do I have to play TikTok, or can I play something new?
Do you know something new?
No.
It would be TikTok.
All right. TikTok.
Okay.
Debut.
This is our, probably, and I know I've said half a dozen times, this is our favorite class. This is one of our favorite classes. And
Now,
now,
look at
closing the gate.
Now here you have these big horses weighing up to like over 1,000 pounds, and these little children riding them, but aren't they doing a great job?
They're doing a great job. And there's our little Lisa Garrison on Pride Star of Threat. Pride Star of Threat.
I'm not sure who all we have in this class. Let's see who that was. Number 38 would be Haley Weishart.
Wishart.
Wishart. DJ Express.
That's cool.
Oh, no, you've got a horse race here. Ah, I love that little blue jacket. That's really, she's doing a great job. Let's see now, what's her name? Well, we can find out for you. That was Corey Bailey in the blue jacket on the Ebb Shooting Star. There's Lisa Garrison. We'll find out who this young man. And Levi Holt is in here on Spirit of Mr. T. Bill Bilbrey of Livingston, the trainer. Holt Brothers of Livingston, the owner.
And the judges asked for him to reverse and continue at a flat foot walk. And there's our two little girls again, Carrie Bailey and Lisa Garrison.
And there is Haley Weishart on PJ Express. And that may be William Matheny, I'm not sure. On Jen's Change of Pace, Billy Barnett, Birdstown, the trainer. Rich Matheny Farm of Birdstown, the owner. But this be. That was Levi Holt, actually. This may be William Matheny.
These kids, like Lisa, have been going around every weekend, these shows, and really working hard. But if you look at how big these horses are that these little girls are on.
Right.
And the thing about it is, these kids are making them work. They're really pushing hard.
They're really good riders.
And sometimes I think these kids push these horses harder than the grown-ups do. They're a little more daring. But
They really they have determination on their face, too.
now, these
They
two
do a
girls
great
are
job.
real competitive with each other. And they're working harder than most of them in here. But there's
Levi
Lisa
Holt.
again.
Yeah, it was Lisa Holt making a nice showing. William Matheny, we saw him just a moment ago.
He's on a really good, Levi Holt.
This is William Matheny
Okay.
right here.
don't know, Becky. I'll start saying, this is my pick for first place, and then I'll see another one, and it's just hard to say.
Oh, I know it. They're all doing a great job.
These are all really good horses, but what I'm so impressed with is the way these kids really made them work. It kind of makes you feel sorry for the horse.
Well, they worked up a sweat, that's for sure.
These kids have worked these horses harder than the grown-ups.
Adults.
Yes.
Well, they enjoy riding. You can see it. I mean, you can really see it. They've really come in here and they've enjoyed this class.
But the two girls, the little one, Lisa and the one in the blue coat, you
Corey.
can tell they ride side by side. And you kind of do that when you're competitive with somebody all summer.
Oh, do you?
And you'll want to get your horse next to them so the judge will say your horse is better.
There's Levi Holt. He made a nice show on Spirit of Mr. T.
Oh, they all made a great show.
Oh, they really did. All of them. It's just been so impressive.
Oh, look at her.
Corey Bailey. Is that Corey, I believe? And, oh, there is William Matheny on Jen's change of pace.
Well, he's serious.
He is serious. He's put on some difficult riding there. And there is Lisa Garrett.
Yeah. Now, see, Lisa's got an earpiece. Okay, she's got like a walkie-talkie. And so her trainer, who happens to be her grandfather, can stand back and tell her, and this rider does too.
And that's Haley Weishart.
And so Haley has the same trainer, Marshall Finch. So Marshall's able to stand back on the rail and coach each one of these girls and tell them, walk them all the way through this class.
So they can tell them either to speed up or to, if they can tell them to back off another rider, if they need to do that. Or,
yeah, click him on a little bit.
Oh, really?
Get a hold of him.
And that's probably less distracting than if you, well, plus if you only talk to them when they're at one spot on the rail, you have to wait till you get back around for them.
That's right. And when you go on a show race, you're not supposed to know anybody else is anywhere on earth.
Right.
You're supposed to keep your vision right between those horses' ears and not be paying attention to the crowd, the audience, anything else that's going on. Just drive your horse. And so with that microphone, that walkie-talkie, it helps because it helps that trainer keep that rider's attention on just what they're doing and keeps them from what we call grandstanding.
We're going to turn it over to Gary Brewington for the winner.
Juvenile walking 11 and under goes to entry number 214 and chains off pace. William Matheny taking a blue ribbon round for the Richmond.
You called it.
You called that one, I think.
214, Jen's pace,
Fine
chains of
looking.
pace, and William Matheny to the blue ribbon and juvenile 11 and under. Second reserve, you'll ride the same direction. Reserve in the class goes to 249, Ebb Shooting Star. Corey Bailey riding for Jordan and Corey Bailey. Number 249, Ebb Shooting Star and Corey Bailey on reserve. Third award goes to entry number 38, PJ Express. Haley Weishart riding the owner of Cookville, 38. PJ Express and Haley Weishart are third. Fourth award goes to entry number 85, Spirit of Mr. Levi Holt riding for Holt Brothers, Livingston, 85, Spirit of Mr. T and Levi Holt are fourth. And your fifth award goes to entry number 291, Pride Star of Threat. Lisa Garrison riding for Marshall Finch, Cookville, 291, Pride Star of Threat and Lisa Garrison are fifth.
Well, all of these riders made a really, really impressive show. They have beautiful horses, and
just look how small these.
I know they are. Here's our blue ribbon winner, William Matheny, on Jen's change of pace. Billy Barnett of Burketown.
And you can watch him calling on his horse, moving him along. Watch that hand. I mean, this kid's making him work.
Making a great show.
And I promise you, he couldn't tell you if there was one or a dozen people standing on the rail because his attention is directed strictly at that horse and what it's doing.
Right. You could tell that when he was lined up, too. He was the one who was so serious, really, really concentrated in there. That was Class 13 of juvenile walking, and we're coming up now for Class 14, which is a Country Pleasure Light Shot, 17 and under. And we have 9 entries, I believe, in this particular class. We want to mention that we have several different people handing out our trophies this evening.
And we just saw Joyce Pippin, who is our 1998 Senior Fairest of the Fair. And she's escorted tonight by Junior Cheryl.
And we also have Flo Knoll, who's a 97 Senior Fairest of the Fair, and she's escorted by her son, Larry Knoll.
Yes. And Flo's just, both of these ladies are just such wonderful people. And so cheery and smiling.
And I'm glad to see that, too. I'm glad to see that we have a Senior Fairest of the Fair.
And then we're honored with Jennifer Shaporian, who was our 1997 Putnam County Fairest of the Fair, but is also the Tennessee State Fairest of the Fair. And she's escorted tonight by her fiance.
Oh, my.
Sorry, guys.
She's taken.
She's getting married next week, and her escort, David Milton. You decided to escort her, guys?
Maybe you could have been the one, huh? He's going to be escorting her down the main aisle next week. So, and our master is James Lawson.
And we're waiting for the horses to come in. The country pleasure shot class. We're still waiting on one horse.
1 minute call.
And Becky, we've got one trivia question while we're waiting.
All right.
All right. What's the average height of a Tennessee walking horse?
The average height, let's see, 6 feet?
Good guess. Interesting you chose to say feet, because it happens to be 15 and a half hands. Hands.
What does that mean?
Well, a hand is the measure of about 4 inches.
Okay.
And you measure from the withers all the way to the ground.
Now, where are the withers? Like, if you're looking at that horse, where are the withers?
Well, I would from the knot right in front of the knot of the backbone, right in front of the saddle.
Okay.
The part that somebody might like to hold on to if they were riding a flat saddle or bareback. Right about there.
Okay. That's cool. 15 and a half hands.
Yeah.
1,000 to 1,200 pounds.
Yes.
1,200 pounds.
All right, now remember all this for next trivia.
Oh, sure.
I
Okay.
wonder if we could still
We should have like a
walking
little
horse
you know,
trivia.
we could have like a little contest. People could win something.
Yeah. We'll do
Would you
that.
like us to do that? If you would, you can drop us a little card at Post Office Box 2040, Cookville, Tennessee 38502. We could do some sort of little trivia.
That would be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah, we could do that.
Thank you now, riders. Go to your pleasure game.
All right, we're going to let you know some of the folks who are in the class.
Okay, and the judges told them to go at their pleasure gate, their favorite gate, and it doesn't appear to be a very fast gate, so. All right, we have Travis Price up. Travis' trainer is Jonathan Ashburn, and Travis is riding Princess Shaker Spirit, number 81. Godfather's Equalizer is ridden by Misty Johnson, trained by Alfred Jones, and she's number 93. Number 263 is Will's Rona Allen with Susanna Beckwith, and Kathy Owens of Cookville is the owner.
Cecilia, or is that Celia Cox, is up on Wilson Gray Mist. Number 64, Larry Tudor of 10 Mile, Tennessee, the trainer, and Larry and Ruth Tudor of 10 Mile, the owners.
And number 215 is Annie with Rachel Beda. Richard Holt is the owner and the trainer.
Jordan Tipton of Bettyville, Kentucky is up on Sun's Flaming Shadow. Brent Bowman of Monterey, the trainer and owner.
Midnight Ride with Casey Gibbons up. Trained by Casey Gibbons Stable out of West Hill, Tennessee, number 95.
And Rebecca Wilkinson is up on Dixon's Oil Stock Gold, number 2. She is the trainer. And Bill and Sharon Wilkinson of Kingston, Tennessee, the owner.
Okay, for Saturday night trivia, this girl has already ridden in this class once tonight, and her family, this is the 6th class her family's had a horse in.
The next girl?
The next girl.
Okay, and her name would be?
Nicole Phillips.
Nicole Phillips.
Randall Phillips. Rellin Phillips is the owner. Randall's the trainer. And Nicole is riding Hard Feeling, number 900. This is 6th class.
They've already
family.
been in 6 classes tonight.
Now, if that's not a family project, I don't know what is.
Then we got a lot of talent out here with these young people. Number 2,
come in and line up so he can better look at them, judge them for confirmation. And again, Becky, he's going to ask each one of these to back up 3 steps.
There's Becca Wilkinson that we're looking at right now, and Dixon's oil stock gold. And so even though there were quite a few riders in this particular competition, he made his decision fairly quickly.
He really has. Now, this whole show's moving along really well.
And I think people enjoy that. They like to see the horses, but they enjoy seeing there's so many different classes. It's kind of fun to, and like you said, so many of these people compete in other classes. They're probably ready to get back and get ready for the next competition.
Oh, definitely. While these kids are in here showing, they're already, the rest of the family's back here getting somebody ready to go in the next class, probably.
Now, coming up next is the mule race. They're setting up barrels and getting ready for that. There was quite a bit of cheering. I'm not sure if they're cheering for a particular rider just now or the fact that the mule race is coming up. Hard to say.
All right, Becky.
Yes?
Did you know from what breed the walking horse came from?
The walking horse came from the English breed. Whatever that means.
Definitely our attire is all English riding attire. So that's good. That's good.
That's bad.
Yeah. Thoroughbred.
Okay.
The standard bred, the Morgan, and the American saddle horse.
Now, what's the Morgan?
Them will kill you.
Do you know what the Morgan
All right,
is?
the Morgan horse was a
Bigger
real
horse, isn't it?
big horse, a real sturdy,
Right, like a
stocky
work horse.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And then you know what a thoroughbred is.
Yes. Big horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then saddlebred.
Would that be like
the
a Western
standard
or a
bred?
Western horse? Is it
Well, the
saddlebred?
standard bred, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then the American saddle horse. And so then you take all of those breeds combined, and from that, then we got the walking horse.
Okay.
The walking horse.
And how long has this breed been in existence, Tennessee walking horse? Has it been, I mean, how long is do you have any idea how long the celebration's been going on?
Let's see, the celebration has been going on for about, I'm going to say 55, no, maybe about 59 years. In fact, there's a man that sits behind us at Shelbyville that has never missed a celebration.
Wow.
And every year, and you are actually get there to see if
How
the
he's
people
doing
next to you are going to be there and how he's doing.
Right.
So it's really like a family.
Right.
That goes every year and watches. So but that was good trivia.
Hey, it was a good trivia.
And I'm not
The
sure.
breed. Okay, we're going to turn it over now to Gary Brinson for a winner.
Give all these riders a big round of applause. They've done a great job in your light shod country pleasure class number 14. Class, the winner of the class, if you will, please. Line to your left and down the rail. As the announcer stand for presentation, the first place in the blue in the class goes to entry number 64, Wilson's Gray Mist. Celia Cox riding for Larry Tudor, 10 mile, number 64, Wilson's Gray Mist, and Celia Cox to the blue ribbon. Second reserve, you ride the same direction. Reserve in the class goes to number 900, Hard Feelings. Nicole Phillips riding for Roland Phillips. Cookville, number 900 is reserved. Forward goes to entry number 95, Midnight Ride. Casey Gibbons riding the owner of Westville. Number 95, Midnight Ride, and Casey Gibbons are third. Fourth award goes to entry number 2, Dixon's All Stop Gold. Rebecca Wilkinson riding for Bill and Sharon Wilkinson Kingston. Number 2, Dixon's All Stop Gold and Rebecca Wilkinson are fourth. Your fifth award goes to entry number 223, Wills Rhode Island. Suzanne Biquette riding for Kathy Owen Cookville. Number 223, Wills Rhode Island, and Suzanne Biquette are fifth. Let's give our departing entries a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for their participation in this class.
There, our first place winner is Celia Cox on Wilson Gray Mist, Larry Tudor, and Ruth Tudor of 10 Miles, Tennessee, the owner and trainer. We'll watch Celia take a ride around the arena as she takes her victory ride.
Wilson's Gray Mist and Cecilia Cox.
Beautiful.
Riding Larry and Ruth Tudor of 10 Miles.
Now that's a different color. What color is that horse?
That's a blue roan.
A what?
A blue roan.
A blue roan.
With stocking feet and a blade face.
Very pretty. I like that horse. Okay, it's time for the mule race.
3 stocking feet.
3, not all.
All right, we're ready for some excitement. The mule race.
Well, we've got about
the mule race.
7
7
or 8.
entries.
7 entries.
7 entries. Come to the ring,
And then,
please.
Yeah, this is really unusual. Usually we had classes, mule races where we had 25, 30.
we've had like heats.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Now next, well, I start to say, sometimes though, this competition is on the same day that they had the mule show, but it doesn't work that way anymore.
No.
And now they have the mule competition on the Saturday night, as they always have, but
We had a Western
changed
show
this.
here today at 2 o'clock.
did we?
Yeah.
So maybe there are still some of those guys who are hanging out. Now see, next Saturday,
All right.
Larry
7
Hensley.
entries in the mule race. 3 times around.
He's actually announced a mule
barrel
pulling
up
before.
on that track they made in the curve.
They're all
One
hiding.
in the curve.
They're all hiding behind their little fans. Okay.
First for
Now
everything.
see, next
Are you
Saturday
ready
we're
to
having
go?
the Open of the World Mule Pulling, which we'll be bringing you live beginning at 7. Okay, they're all going to line up. We've got in here Shane Qualls on blue, Stephen Wilson on Coupe de Ville, Terry Hodges on Lefty, Levi Ledbetter on John, Chris Brown on Rose, Danny Vaughn on Roxy, and Wes Robertson on Nasty. Some of our folks are from Cookville, Sparta, Rickman, and Livingston, and they're off and out of there. And I tell you what, if I were these people, I'd be backing off the rail at this point.
I'm sitting here watching thinking these guys that are riding these mules and racing are crazy. But I think the guys standing with the barrels that are
Really,
really
I know it. We have seen them get knocked down, and I sure wouldn't be on a rail. And they're on their way around.
Oh, we had one when they did turn it on, went straight to the night. And he hit it head on.
Let's give these entries a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I hadn't experienced any fair dust until now. Now I've gotten my share of that. The mule race. I don't know how they tell who won, or I just totally missed it. Hopefully they'll be able to tell us here in
We'll
just a
have the results in just a moment.
This is always a fun competition. We've seen most of these same guys have been in this each year.
Whoa, look out.
We've got one that just wants out the gate. He's the same one that just keeps running back towards the gate. He's ready to go home.
You says I'm going to the barn.
He's ready to go to the house. This is class 15. We have 9 more classes after this. But we've just gone really quickly. It's we've got lots of great competition coming up. Coming up next is the 15.2 and under walking horse class, and also the style racking and the walking amateur specialty class. Lots of really great competition coming up.
I tell you, it just takes such little things in life to make me happy. Discovering I don't have to wear those earphones.
You know, isn't that something? Oh, you just figured that out. I didn't figure out what exactly you were saying, but it's like, yes, we can't hear you, so why not just take them off?
Take the earphones off.
That's true. I think I could do that.
Because they do mash your ears. People
I
don't
know.
realize that. And by the end of the night,
You have a little pointy, you have a little Spock ears.
Dr. Spock.
Yeah.
Dr. Spock
You're
here.
right.
All right, so what are we doing here? We're getting ready to give the trophy away. You know, Danny Vaughn's won this how many times?
Oh, numerous times. And
But
their
everybody,
whole family
I
just really
know.
gets into this. It's really
And then they donated. Are they the ones doing
the
this
challenge trophy. They
Yeah.
normally have challenge trophy. in memory, I believe, of Danny's grandfather.
Well, I wish we could get a look at this trophy because we got two little kids that apparently can be the ones to give this trophy away.
Oh, my.
This trophy is so big, it's bigger
There
than
they
these
are.
kids.
Have you enjoyed the mule race for 1998, ladies and gentlemen?
This has been a great mule race.
In this class is a challenge trophy.
And we're going to turn it over to Gary
Class
Brings
15 will
now.
receive the Robert Henry Vaughn Memorial Trophy. Pa Vaughn, whichever one you him as, had a lifelong love for mules for the Putnam County Fair. This trophy is donated by the Vaughn family in his honor and memory. Presenting the trophy will be grandson Woodard Vaughn Jr., great-grandson Danny Vaughn, and great-great-grandchildren. And he would have been proud of these grandchildren. The winner wins the trophy 3 years in a row in order to retire the trophy. And the first place in the blue in the mule race goes to the syndicated mule, number 73, Blue, and Shane Quall from Livingston. He's a syndicated mule.
He's a syndicated mule? I'm not sure what that means, but...
Shane Quall and Blue making the blue ribbon ride in your mule race. Let's give him a big round of applause. Second place went to number 35, Roxy and Danny Vaughn. Danny Vaughn is second. Third went to 224, Coop DeVille and Stephen Wilson. And fourth went to 215, Rose Chris Brown. And fifth to 226, John and Levi Ledbetter. Let's give all these entries in the mule race a big round of applause. A big attraction to the Putnam County Fair for many, many years. We started this several years ago, and you seem to enjoy it.
First place there went to Shane Qualls on Blue, and of course, if he wins that 3 years in a row, he'll be able to retire that challenge trophy donated by the Vaughn family. This is a tough competition to win, I think, 3 years in a row. You saw Danny Vaughn coming in second there. Coming up next is the 15.2 and under walking horse, and I bet that refers to those hands.
Now the call for class number 16. Class
That's
16
right,
is
and this is
15
a little
under
smaller
walking
horse.
horse.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
There were 5 entries in the class. 5 entries.
There's
for
the big
Vaughn
wheel.
family.
Got 5 entries.
You're watching live coverage of the Putnam County Fair right here from Cookeville, Tennessee. That's the giant wheel of the Midway. And there's all sorts of excitement happening here throughout this week, and we hope that you will make your way down. If you're able to do so, we hope that you'll stay tuned to our broadcast, which we'll be bringing you coverage of the fair Monday night, as well as, I believe, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. Of course, you can come down because there's all sorts of activities in the main arena, as well as all across the fairground each and every day. Beginning early in the morning, actually, they have things happening early.
Tomorrow we have a picnic.
Right.
A family picnic at 1 o'clock.
All the free homemade ice cream you want to eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
15
I love homemade ice cream.
I do too. Wonder what kind.
I don't know.
I'm going to check it out. Chandler,
checking it out, huh?
We're going to picnic.
Are you?
Yeah,
You're going to
we'll
picnic tomorrow. That'll be a good thing.
How about you?
I'd like to do that. That'd be fun. Be a good thing. Now, we've got some good competitors just like in this competition tonight. Our crew has been out here all day and actually for several days setting things up. We want to remind you to stop by our booth when you come down to the fair here on the North Grandstand, I believe. We're on the North Grandstand. And we encourage you to stop by and register for the gifts that we have. And of course, Debbie, your American Way booth, is it also on the North Grandstand?
It's the place that we've always been.
Okay.
And it's
you have the money house.
We got the money house. We're right in the dead center of the grandstand.
One more entry.
We got a store with a good breeze. Junior Tate was wonderful. He loaned us his big barrel fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
Wonderful competition.
That's great. That's great.
So, but and we tried to rent one, and Larry McDonald had every, this is honest truth, every barrel fan in town was rented by Larry for the
Understandably
fair.
so. Understandably so. We want to thank our volunteers who are helping out tonight, Wick and Marilyn Wicker. So, broadcast, as well as, of course, all the people behind the scenes that work on this fair year-round to make it happen.
The best we're waiting on one more horse.
There they go.
And it's R.V. Young we're waiting on. R.V.'s riding Jubilee.
Black Rose.
Black Rose. And that's Brewster Dean we're looking at right there. And Brewster is riding Ebony 4500, owned by David Paxton family.
We also have in this competition Harold Young on Carbon's Final Notice, owned and trained by Harold Young of Sparta.
And Tony Kennedy's up on One Brassy Dude, owned by Cecil Whitson, number 269.
And we also have Scott Beatty of Birdstown up on Unlock the Magic. He's the trainer and the owner at Double Spring Farms in Murfreesboro. So we've got really a good class with trainers, I guess primarily trainers, right?
And we're looking at Scott Beatty right there.
And that tan hat.
Yeah, that's R.V. Young there. And you see back here the head moving and rhythm with the body, with the movement. No, that's Scott, I'm sorry. And the horse head moving in rhythm. Now this is the first race we've had tonight with Tanner. And they call this the rocking chair. Oh, that wasn't.
Right.
They call this the rocking chair Tanner. This is a real good example. And I believe that is R.V. Young.
And now, you say this is the first class we've
This is Scott Beatty.
seen this in. Is that Tony Kennedy?
Last put them off, please.
Right there in the white hat?
That's Tony
And
Kennedy.
reverse direction. Reverse it, coming in a flat walk, please.
They've asked them to go in the reverse. Flat walk. Whatever.
On the reverse, walk up last put them off, please.
Huh? We've lost the music. We've lost a little music in the Wayne. Wayne Neighbors. Technical difficulty, and it's just not as much fun without the
It's
music.
not Tony Kennedy.
It's mental difficulty. No, I don't think that's true. Gary Maynard said that. Not any of us.
Tony making a
Wayne,
fine
but it
job.
really does make a difference when you don't have music. Wayne does a different job.
Well, we could let Gary sing the dirty HC.
Let's don't. Let's just don't do that.
The horses don't know how to act without music.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
the horses
They
have a
think
hard time with the music.
Stop and line up.
That's right.
Nothing without music.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
All right, Scott Beatty with the brown hat.
Now with music.
They're moving right along now that Wayne's picked up the beat. And this is a fun class to watch.
And Tony Kennedy again. Scott's horse is making an excellent show.
Yeah. Head's rocking really good.
And his front feet are really reaching out. Now watch him as he calls for canter.
Now, are they actually pulling the horse?
No. Well, some of them may be nudging them, urging them on to continue in that game. But most of the time they're just, sitting there like Scotty, the guy with the brown hat, the bay horse. He's just really rhythm. And you don't see him reach.
Right,
You don't see him do that. It's just a gentle rocking riding in a rocking chair. And the judge is asked for him to go back to the flat foot walk, and he'll come in and line up now in just a minute.
And bring them in, line them up, please, to the south side.
Then they're going to line up over on the south side of the grandstand as the judge will make their decision.
Have you got a first place ticket?
No. Have you? I'm scared. See, I'm scared to pick now.
I like them, but I like that little horse Scott Beatty sung.
That's a really
What about
pretty
you,
horse.
Gary?
Gary's not going to pick. He's refuses to do that.
They tell me not even to clout me up.
Oh, well, you can't. You can't.
He is the...
But see, Becky and I don't have anything
We
to
don't.
do.
We can pick
That's
one
right.
if we want. But you know, they're all so pretty. It'd be hard for me to make a decision. I pick the one that's the shiniest.
What color?
That's right. I like the one
This
that's
is
the
the
shiniest.
first year that we've not gone through and
And kind of picked them.
out
I know.
before they actually play something.
We'll look at it on the next one. What is the next class?
Yeah,
Will
let's
it
see what it is.
A walking amateur specialty. I
All
don't
right,
know. Would that be a good one? I don't know.
I don't know. There's too many horses.
Too many
in that
horses in that one. I don't think I'd like to do that one.
one. Okay.
Actually, you know, I haven't seen one of those pretty, like, blonde horses with the black mane. That's usually the one that I like to pick.
All right, now remember, we picked Scott Beatty.
Oh, you picked Scott Beatty.
13.
Scott's number 13.
Of course, that's an unlucky number, I know.
Now, do you get to choose?
Gotta
You
get
get
it,
to do you get to choose what number you have when you go into a ring?
You can. And some trainers and riders will have their own number. They feel like maybe that is a lucky number.
Really?
So they want that number.
Class number 16, you 15
Yeah, a lot of
in the
people
walking class.
Just take whatever they give you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to turn it now to Gary Brunson to find out who the winner of this particular class is.
And I'm going to ask that winner, if you will, please ride down the road. The announcer stand for presentation. In the first place, the blues 15 to and under class goes to entry number 13. Unlock the Magic. Scott Beatty riders the Double S Spring Farms, Murfreesboro. Number 13, Unlock the Magic, and Scott Beatty, the blue ribbon, in the 15 to and under class. Second reserve, you'll ride the same direction. Reserve in class goes to 269, one Brassy Duke. Tony Kennedy riding for Cecil Woodson Cookville, 269, one Brassy Duke, and Tony Kennedy are reserved. Third award goes to number 50, Carbon Final Notice. Harold Young riding the owner of Sparta, number 50, Carbon Final Notice, and Harold Young are third. Fourth award goes to number 707, Evidence Fortune 500. Rooster Bean riding for the David Pack Family Smith, 707, Evidence Fortune 500, and Rooster Bean are fourth. And fifth award goes for 58, Jubilee's Black Rose. R.B. Young riding for North Stables Sparta, 58, Jubilee's Black Rose, and R.B. Young are fifth.
And Becky.
Yeah, hey, you did a good job.
Well, we
And let's take a look at the blue ribbon winner. Keep on the big round.
Take a look now at Scott Beatty on Unlock the Magic. He takes his ride for glory.
And we're watching Scott take his ride for glory, and I mean, that is an outstanding horse.
That is a gorgeous horse.
And Scott is
Absolutely.
an outstanding trainer.
We're ready now for class 17.
Now the call for class number 17.
Now there
You're
are
walking in with
20
your picture in class.
entries in this class.
9 entries in the class. 9 entries in the class. Bring on, please.
We have 24 classes tonight, so we really are moving right along. There are 9 trees in this class. This is the walking amateur specialty. So these are
Class
amateur
17,
riders.
bring on, please.
You know, Becky, I'm enjoying this more. Last year, I wasn't sure if I liked having art over the World Horse Show on the first Saturday night.
Right.
But tonight, I realized it's always been depressing as we announce the show.
Yes.
The later it got, the fair was over.
Right.
It ended with our good night.
Right.
And we'll see you next year.
Right.
And I'm so glad it's just started.
It really is. It's exciting. What a great way to start your fair. I mean, with a really, really big show, it, you know, attracts a lot of people. It's a great way to do it.
And if you've not been here, shame on you. Stay out here.
Come on.
Come on. Amateur riders are looking
Now we're
to love the sport.
This class will
Amateur
have
riders,
some great horses in
bring
it.
on, please.
And some really good riders, but I'll have to say, I bet the amateurs don't work near as hard as those juveniles.
Really,
One more
that's
entry.
it.
Waiting on one more entry. We did have a
Yeah.
How many bandies we're looking at?
Okay, then we have a tack. Something tack.
A tag bank, which means that one of the horses that just left the ring, they've got to get a saddle or a bridle or something, maybe even a saddle bridle or a rider off of that horse and onto one of the horses coming in here.
Okay.
And as soon as they get that gear changed, but they only have so many, I think there's a
Timeout, go to east.
2-minute call or 3-minute call. Now we've got everybody in, but now we have one of the riders come in and ask for a timeout. And he's asked for a room, and it appears like maybe he's lost one chain off his face.
Oh, okay. Because they can have that in there.
No, but he's got both the chains. So I don't know what, he's got something wrong. And you are allowed to a 7-minute call.
Well, while we're waiting, some of our crew, oh, look, he's fixing something on the tail. So that may not take long.
Now these horses have got the set tail. So they've gone ahead and braced their tail up. These are your high performance horses.
Right. Okay, now groom. What is a groom?
A groom is the man, and in this case, I think that's Noble Stout, I think, that comes in, and he's the one that grooms your horse. He brushes him down, gets his feet ready, puts the black shoe polish on the hoof, saddles him with the he's responsible for everything on that horse being perfect. All the tacks to be shiny and mint condition. If you have anything break down, then he's the man that comes in and helps you repair it.
Now, what's amazing is no one's holding that horse.
No.
He's just standing there.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is somebody holding it. First, I thought there's nobody holding that horse.
That's really, now that is unusual. The judge is holding the horse.
Oh, really?
Now that really shouldn't be the situation. The judge doesn't have to do anything, but I say he's enjoying it.
Yeah, he probably doesn't mind. Now, what? They're tying something up there.
That's Tommy, and he's tying the horse's tail and getting it just right. Maybe it was crooked. It may have been loose.
Tommy Bandy.
No, Brandon Stout.
Who was that?
Brandon Stout.
Oh, that's Brandon Stout.
And
He's on a real little flat ball. Like you would to give a big round of applause to a fella that does a great job and does a whole lot of recognition. That's our fair manager, Mr. Perry Bartlett, stay down here on stage.
Perry Bartlett is a fair manager.
And all this out.
And
all around a flying football.
we congratulate him on an excellent fair, along with the fair board. Larry McDonald, president of the board. And we've got a lot of really excellent entries in this category. I'll let you know some of the people who are in here. Horace Pennington, Shaker's Precious Jasper, number 319. Joseph King is the trainer. Horace and Willing Pennington of Cookville, the owners.
And Safecracker has our little friend Tommy Bandy, number 300, who's the owner, rider, and trainer.
And J.J. Johnson is up on Mark's Baby April, number 96. Alfred Jones is the trainer and the owner from Jamestown.
And Ev's Go Show has Brandon Stout up, we saw just a minute ago, getting a tax fix.
That's right.
Number 299. Dark Spirit's favorite has Ruth Tudor up, owned by Larry and Ruth Tudor from 10 Mile, Tennessee, number 89.
Harold Owens.
I'm sorry, we've seen him we've seen Ruth now 4 other classes.
Right. Harold Owens is up on Generators Cash, number 80. And Chad and Harold Owens of Kingston, the trainer. Harold Owens of Westall, Tennessee, the owner. You just saw a moment ago there, and the blue coat was Rhonda Clendon on Image of Power, DNR Stables of Sparta, the trainer. Rhonda Clendon of Spencer, Tennessee, is the owner.
And Beck Oakley is up on Dark Spirit Master with Paul Oakley from Levy, Tennessee, number 216. This judge, by the way, is asked for him to reverse and continue at a flat wall.
Dean Neely is up on Montego Bay Eclipse. Billy Barnett of Birdstown, the trainer. And Debbie Neely of Crossville, the owner. And there you have all the folks in that. We just announced that particular rider a moment ago, and there's Bruce Tudor, I believe, just now coming around.
And they're on the rail, the last way going around, and going at a Judge is going to go at a running walk, which is letting them walk on, move a little bit faster. And in this gate, it's real important that they go as fast as they can, but stay as consistent as they can. The judge will sometimes work them a little bit longer at this particular point to see if there's a close tie between two horses, to see if one will break. One will not be as consistent as the other one.
Especially say when you have as many really excellent horses.
That's right.
In a competition.
And again, the riders want to stay on the rail as close to the rail as they can. Judges ask for them to slow back down to a foot walk and come in and line up so he can judge them on confirmation. You notice these horses have the cut tail, the tail set, and the built-up feet.
Now, are these older horses, or does it matter what age these horses are?
It doesn't matter, and this is a specialty class, but you could have a 2 or a 3-year-old in here because they're not required to canter. However, generally speaking, the horses that you see in an amateur class are 5 and up because they're horses that are well trained, they're well roped, and they're gentle,
Right.
a little more experienced.
Here's some folks who have enjoyed the fair. They've got little balloon animals on their hands. Those little girls do. They've had a big time checking out all there is to do.
And he's as tired as
That's right, I believe he is.
She's made a really good show
That's
tonight.
Ruth Tudor.
She's been so consistent in that performance.
She really has.
And that's little Brandon Stout, who has, and see his tail, the horse's
Still
tail.
not.
Exactly. Apparently the whole brush is coming loose. And it is hard to get these things.
Right.
Because it's literally a wire brace that goes in the back, and then you have a shoestring that holds it to the girth of the saddle.
And we saw him tying it.
Yeah. But what they do is they cut the horse's tail, the muscle in the tail, when they're real young. And then they have to keep it in a brace all the time to keep it limber and to keep it where it's pliable and it'll stand up. And then they get the brace and tie the brace with a shoestring to the bony part of the tail. And then they, to keep from wiggling around, they kind of balance it by tying another long shoestring to the girth of the saddle.
It doesn't hurt the horse to cut the tail?
No. I mean, it's just
What's muscle? That sounds like it would hurt.
Well, I guess it's kind of cutting a dog's tail. Only
Yeah,
if you leave it on a horse.
You cut it and keep it, huh?
Yeah. Leave it on.
Gotcha. Okay, coming up next is the style ranking. So don't go away. We're going to turn it over to Gary Brewington for the winners now.
Trophy Blue Ribbon.
Is he pretty?
Joyce Pickett, the 1998 year Paris to the fair. Well, after with us, if you will, please ride to your left and down the road. Receive your award. The first place in the blue and the glass goes to entry number 216, Dark Spirits Master. Beck Oakley riding for Paul Oakley of Lebanon, 216, Dark Spirits Master, and Beck Oakley to the Blue Ribbon. Second reserve honors, if you're riding the same direction, please reserve class go teacher number 299, Evidence Goat Show. Brandon Stout riding for Richard Lefevre, Cookville, 299, Evidence Goat Show, and Brandon Stout are reserved. Third award goes to 319, Shaker's Precious Jasper. Horace Pennington riding Horace and William Pennington, Cookville, 319, Shaker's Precious Jasper and Horace Pennington are third. Fourth award goes to 189, Dark Spirit's Favorite. Ruth Tudor riding for Larry and Ruth Tudor, 10 miles, 189, Dark Spirit's Favorite and Ruth Tudor are fourth. And fifth award goes to 154, Image of Power. Rhonda Clinton and riding the owner's scooter, number 154, Image of Power, and Rhonda Clinton are fifth.
There you have taken first place, Dark Spirits Master with Beck Oakley up. Paul Oakley of Lebanon, Tennessee, the owner. And we'll have an opportunity, I guess, to see that horse take its ride glory. This is a good competition. I like that.
Winner in the victory number 216, Dark Spirit Master. Beck Oakley making the blue ribbon ride for Paul Oakley of Lebanon. Give her a Putnam County round of applause. 216.
Horse Show is brought to you by the Putnam Farmers Co-op, meeting the farmers' needs with bag and bulk fertilizer, clothing, hardware and fencing, animal and pet supplies, seed, lawn and garden supplies. The Putnam Farmers Co-op, West Broad Street, Cookeville. And by Wilmoth Insurance Agency Incorporated, an independent agent serving the insurance needs of this area since 1939 by providing all types of insurance coverage, including auto, home, farm, business, life, and health. Wilmoth Insurance Agency on the corner of Dixie and Reagan Streets, Cookeville. And by the financial support of viewers like you.
Okay, we're bringing you live coverage of the Putnam County Fair. We're getting ready for, we only have 7 classes left, Debbie. I can't believe this. It's just moving right along.
You're going to make me sad again.
No, I'm not going to make you sad. This is the beginning of the fair. You're okay. Let's see, this is Class 8, which is your favorite, a style ranking class.
Now, this one's strictly for style. It's got the built up.
Oh, this isn't the speed one?
This isn't speed.
Okay.
It's like that. But I still like this class because they still...
Can I close the gate on the rail and show off, please? On the rail, show off.
All right. And they're going to show off the style ranking horses at a show off. And it's got Ronnie Davis in on Promenade Rebel.
Bang out to the style rack, show them the style rack.
Now it's Starlight with Quinn Copia from Monterey and Sunset Pure Images with Kenneth Nelia, Kenneth from Carpine. And these guys are getting ready to have a fun. And you're going to music.
I love that.
Pick up.
Wayne Neighbors does a great job.
Now, he knows what these horses are supposed to do. And these tempos a little bit faster.
Right.
Because these horses are a little more upbeat.
Back to a show off, back to a show
You're
off.
real prancy. I like how they just kind of prance
And
around.
reverse directing. Reverse and continue to show off. Reverse and continue to show off.
All right. Style racking class. We're going to try and, I guess, get our headsets back situated so we can hear each other and talk to you a little better here. Maybe that'll work. We appreciate you being with us and tuning in and watching tonight's coverage of the Putnam County Fair. It really is a treat for us to be here and provide this coverage, and we hope that you're enjoying it. If you are, feel free to drop us a card at Post Office Box 2040, Cookeville, Tennessee, 38502. And that's at WCTE TV. And you have in this particular category 3 different entries. As mentioned earlier, Ronnie Davis of Jamestown, Quentin Gup of Monterey, and Kenneth Neely of Clark Range.
Back it up, back to a show off, back to a show off.
And they're slowing back down just a little bit and ask them to line up. I believe the judge made his decision. As they get ready to turn around and line up, they'll move right over them to the judge on the south side of the grandstand for the folks to view. We want to remind you to come by our WCTE booth and register for the prizes that we'll be giving away, as well as all the vendors and merchants underneath the booth will be having giveaways. So stop by. Be sure and stop by and say hi to us. Our volunteers who might be manning or members of staff will be there. And we've got a beautiful Sesame Street